the dynamics of the group work.
And then you're going to come down to the stables and you'll start working with the horses. And it's nothing mandatory. Like our first session, we got out here and we just started grooming a horse. Patrick showed us how to groom a horse, and it was just fun. And as we're grooming a horse, we're telling our story.
You get to see somebody who's never been around a horse who's scared of.
You can go to any doctor and talk to you, but until you talk to somebody that's gone through it, that's the best thing you can do.
It's not about today. It's about them. The ones that gave their lives.
Oh man. Well, sorry I didn't no intros, no no nothing that I could I guess you could say I could have said to that's all I could say. I don't know what else to say. What's up, Great Cloud?
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, so that's so I hope you feel bad about bugging me in the fucking team room while we were waiting for so long there. How about that? Fuck steak.
Don't feel bad, but like I said, it's the brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
We look at each other. No, dude, that was some fucking feels right there. Holy shit.
Black Rifle Coffee, thanks. Warhorse Veterans, thanks. Our friends. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the thing. So tonight, well, as you guys have been paying attention to the main page all day, we've been honoring the fallen, and all the staff on the main page has been obviously kicking ass and taking names, and doing the work. And if you notice, every 5 minutes there's somebody being posted. Now, what's that?
I was gonna say, so it started off, we were getting some good responses, right? And so it was set up once an hour, right? That was really feel good, right? And then the responses became overwhelming, and we, like you said, we had to go to that 5 minutes. Holy fuck, dude! It feels.
So tonight, we'll be honored to give shots and shout outs and mentions to your fallen family members. Dads, uncles, husbands, wives, whoever, friends, brothers, sisters that you served with, give us a call, 415-889-8367, and we'll let you do it. If you guys want to do a shout out on your own, we got no issue with that. The show's been kind of, Memorial Day always falls on the last Monday, and it's obviously going to be my end to do it. But it just, to me, I figured that it would be better for you guys if you guys were to be able to, the nation, to say something, to call in and give out your shot, because that's those two videos in the beginning, that is all I could say, and you guys know, fuck, I can't keep my mouth shut. So if I'm able to go 3 hours pretty much with some cliff notes and go unscripted, and that shuts me up, then I'm that's a lot. So.
Yeah, no. Again, feels for the video and fucking. I say, so I'll share with the nation real quick. So the 06 post, did you see that?
Yes.
Okay. That one touched me a lot when we got that submission in. And I tried to find the right words to put that together. And I cried building that post because all I could think about was when we had that, Minx and I had that the song guy on a couple weeks ago, and I'm sorry I can't think of the name right now. And that's immediately what I went to, and that's it, and it's true, right? As long as those are taught that value and whatnot, at least on the last Monday in May, we will not be alone.
Yeah, dude. Exactly that. No way should we. And this is the way we need to honor it, man. Everybody needs to be honored this way. This should not be a there's nothing wrong with getting choked up and getting the frogs in the back of your throat, if you know what I'm saying. Nothing wrong with that. So this is why we're here. And again, 415-889-8367, and we will be awaiting for those phone calls to get out, because nobody should be forgotten ever. Hell, I don't want to be forgotten. Fuck. I mean, I don't want, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to be forgotten. So this is our way, WTF Nation Radio, U.S. Army, WTF Moments, to ensure that you have your family members, like I said, anybody that you know and you want to throw raise a glass to. That's what it's all about.
By all means.
I'm not. I mean, we'll still cover some news. Right? I really don't feel like covering news, because right now, I would just.
Gotcha.
God, man, it's just fucking.
So,
let's cover some positive shit at least to kind of, take the edge off or something. But geez, it's about remember. You're right, Al. It's about remembrance and stuff. Of all weekends for everybody to have fucking issues about would be this weekend. Why is it that our society just can't wait until, like a friend of mine was saying, you have 360, 64 other days to say some shit, but this is the day you decide to say something. Like, it's that Spotlight Ranger fucking activism that I can't fucking stand, because it's going to cause controversy or strike a nerve. You want to fucking just go ahead and do it, because of this. I'm like, dude, I don't. So I don't want to hear about any fucking pencil-necking pieces of shit causing protests in a Publix. I don't want to hear about fucking, Quasi Clinton herself fucking going overseas talking shit about our country. Yeah, shit like that. And just really, of all the times to talk shit. All the times to talk shit.
I will not bring up any of the articles that I found then.
Brother, I'm just like, because everyone. You notice in the office today at HQ, everyone's being naturally and of course understandably quiet, and then all the chats are quiet. Nobody, people walking in. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up? What are you doing? I'm gonna blah blah blah, and then people walk out. Right? That's standard HQ business, standard station business as well. There was nothing else to talk about. And then I just look at my Facebook feed, just one thing, and it's almost like I'm really getting tired of it. So I'm really getting tired of seeing all the fucking drama for shit that this is the moment where you're supposed to take a step back and realize that all the stuff that you're fucking bitching about really isn't the top concern of the Gold Star families right now.
Right.
Everyone's like, of course the memes and the cartoons are out saying that, I wish this was every day, or I wish we had a 4-day weekend every weekend, or I wish there was more, and not understanding or taking into consideration of the Gold Star family. I don't know how. I've lost friends, like guys in my unit type shit in the middle of some shit, and you can't help them. You can't help the family. You feel kind of out of place. You don't know where to angle yourself in to assist in the comfort, but like Al said, just be there. Just be there and try to empathize. It's hard. I mean, but goddamn, dude. I mean, I'll be honest with you. We crack jokes. Everybody knows, ramping up to Memorial Day, it's kind of like, because we know what's going to happen. We know the day is coming.
Right.
So at least take a break. We could Tuesday fucking morning, we can all go back to being racist, fucking misogynistic motherfuckers and sexists and what else we are. We've been caused so fucking. We could go back to be whatever, you know what I mean? But not this fucking time. Jesus. Veterans Day, not up about the vet rage for Veterans Day. Armed Forces Day, when I retire, I get my DD-214 check. That will be my fucking armed forces, you know what I mean? But not Memorial Day. Not Memorial Day.
It's one day you should not be fucked with, and that's the downside of the 24-hour news cycle. It's always there, and people are always going to want to fucking get their name out, like you were saying, and this is just not the day for it. It's truly not. Now, granted, it's good to be informed, it's good to understand, but Jesus, take a break, right? Just take a break.
Exactly. How do you pronounce that name? Nixie you? How do Nixie you? I don't mess up. That looks like that's Vietnamese or Chinese or something. Nizu? Is that what that is? That Chinese? Is that? I'm trying to go back to my ni hao days and my Chinese classes. Trying to learn a 12th language and shit, so I can keep getting that fucking language pay. I don't know how do you pronounce that last name? NYXU. Is that?
Oh, apparently you are. She's enjoying it. She laughed at it.
What is it? She's like, yeah, keep going, white boy. You're totally fucking this up.
Keep trying. It's okay.
It's okay. I'll see what happens now. You can't even pronounce my name. So, yeah. But anyways.
No, so this weekend, so I went to Arlington on Saturday to share some drinks. And I chose Saturday because everything else is any other day was going to be a madhouse, period, bottom line. So I chose Saturday. Even getting down there on Saturday was a pain in the ass. And it's hard. Nation, if you have never walked through Section 60 and you're from our wars, it's tough. And it's tough. I say it's tough. Yeah, I've been on burial details, and whatnot, and I've helped bury those World War II vets, those Vietnam vets, those Korean vets. But when it's your war, it's different for some reason. And I was paying tribute to the buddies and whatnot, and the one buddy's family was there. And I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, you don't, man.
So I simply walked up and I said, may I pay my tribute? And they were all about it. And I did it, and I turned around and walked off before I broke down.
Yeah, that's hard, man. It's I know there's a lot of people right now that, well, I had somebody just ping me, hey, I would like to give a call, but I can't. I don't even think I would make it through the name. No worries, man.
Yeah,
no worries.
No worries on that.
No worries. If you can't get,
Facebook Live, we'll read it.
Yeah. Put it in Facebook Live and we'll read it, man. It's hang in there. It's quite all right. You have to worry about that shit. If you cannot say it over the phone, and you cannot then you will make sure we will get it out there. So, but anyways, yeah, everyone's yeah. Feel free, go ahead. 415-889-8367. Give us a call.
Yep.
And you want to give a shout out. Now, that necessarily doesn't have to mean, because somebody asked me a question about what's the delineation between brought up for conversation. What's the delineation of what do you consider somebody? Because I know of individuals who have, to include my dad, who were affected by and they were wounded, and then the I guess you'd say the effects of their wounds ended up contributing to their death. But it would be one of those things to where that would be acceptable too. Agent Orange, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That right there is hard. We got, yeah.
So we got one the other day, as they, because the drink post went out, right? And I picked 3 guys out of all the submissions we got prior to that to put up. And the one, and it was hard to fathom, right? So this guy, hold on, let me see if I can find him, but survived the Bataan Death March, right? And got all the way back home. And then the submitter said it was just a culmination of surviving all that and the war and stuff, and he ended up passing earlier than what he should have. Those stories, holy shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Just so. Yeah. I mean, guys, you're going to be hearing about 3 hours of 2 grown men going, fucking, it sucks. So you better call 415-889-8367. because I literally have with a little bit of side news. That's all I have going on this tonight. I had nothing scheduled for anything else other than paying the respects. Maybe a couple of a couple of news bits. But that's about it. Ain't nothing gonna be said other than that.
So real quick, our awesome front desk informed us that it was Bob Marin from Operation Song who we had on Tied Up Tuesday with myself and Minx, and the song is performed. The version that I listened to is performed by Ward Davis.
Yeah, they already played it, right? You guys played that on the show.
Yeah, he played it live from his thing, which sucked a lot to begin with.
Why did it suck?
It didn't suck.
Oh, you're talking about it was a moving song.
Yeah.
You don't tell somebody song that's moving it sucks.
It didn't suck. It sucked because of the feels.
Yeah, it gave you the feels. Gotcha.
Yeah. And then that's how I came up with that 06 mention this morning. So it was really, yeah. Yeah, let's leave it at that. But it was interesting to see the submissions, like talking with the other guys on the main page there, how quickly it exploded, if that makes any sense. Right. So the plan was to cover the whole day, and I think we did really, really well with that to begin with.
Yeah. And
then speaking with one of our other team members, it apparently like tenfold the submissions. So yeah, it was just an overwhelming response, and Nation, we're trying to keep up with all the submissions. If we don't get to them all, we just can't, because you guys, we want to remember everybody, and that's the goal, but sometimes we're just not fast enough, and the amount of data we get is overwhelming.
Yeah, let me see. The studio gets 50 to 150 videos a day.
Yeah, you do.
And then the we're looking at the main page. Main page gets about 500 to 1,000 messages a day. 500 to 1,000 messages a day.
It's just unreal.
So yeah, it's a lot. Don't stop sending us, man. We'll still post.
Keep sending.
Keep sending. And like I said, if you don't think it's gonna catch up in time, let us know, and then we'll say it on air, and be more than happy to to say to say what we need to say, but.
Yeah, like you said, if you can't get through it, reading it, fucking on the air, send it to us. My God, we'll read it for you on the Facebook Live. So I'm trying to find that one I was just telling you about.
So when we got somebody in here who's throw their names in there. Nick, oh, hang on. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hi, yes, this is Amanda, Specialist Amanda Green.
Hey, what's up?
I wanted to, not so much, and it's Nix, by the way.
It's Nix, okay, gotcha, my bad.
I do want to shout out to a lot of soldiers when I was overseas. I've also lost even closer. I am the last child left, and actually I'm the only one left out of my whole family. My brother, Jacob Corbessa, he served in 2011. He got hit by a pressure plate mine in Iraq, and he died in Germany. And he was a good man. Both my brothers they were outstanding. And Jeremiah Corbessa, he was private, and he died in 2003. We all served, and I'm the last one left, so I'm trying to stay strong for them. And I know it's a hard day for everybody, and remember there's others out there, and we understand. And I just want everybody to know you're not alone.
Are you getting out of the Army? Or are you still in the Army?
I'm completely disabled. I got hit by an RPT when I was overseas. So.
Wow. So you're a wounded warrior. You're a wounded warrior, and then you lost your brothers overseas.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him get buried, but I hope in Valhalla I will see him one day again.
Of course, of course, of course.
So I married my husband. He's a disabled veteran too. He was a Green Beret. He helps me get by.
No, I bet.
So he's my battle buddy, you know.
I hear you.
He's got my 6 and I got his.
Damn right. All right, Amanda. Hey, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yep, definitely.
You have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Whew.
Oh, Jesus.
Man. Okay. All right. Thanks, Amanda. So what? We got 3 hours left.
Yeah.
Whoa. Woo.
Feels, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Feels. Man.
That-
That's
Imagine.
Yeah. I couldn't have imagined that. Thanks again. Appreciate you calling in. Hey, so I guess right now we just I guess T. Treasy's just announced his support for medicinal marijuana.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That's a feel good one, right?
Yeah, that's feel good. Yeah,
That's feel good.
especially if you smoke it. So yeah, go for it.
So, no, I've got this article pulled up, and I haven't read the whole thing yet, but my first take on this is the door in that everybody I think wants to see, right? The Right to Try Act, as it's being called, will prohibit the FDA from banning natural cures and allow patients to try medications that have not been approved by the FDA but are currently under clinical trial. I know the Green Room, when we had them on, they were very big advocates of this, and they were really trying to, this was their passion. And I really think this is going to be the end towards decriminalizing it, not just at the national level now, but actually on a road to legalization that everybody wants. Because if it comes down from the Fed, that means it's going to be, they'll have to readjust the I don't want to say tier. I don't think that's the right word. Schedule.
Yeah, they call it the scheduling for narcotics or something like that.
Right. So it'll have to come off. So it'll have to come off of Schedule 1 and go to 2 or 3, I think. Is that how that works?
Yeah. In all 50 states.
Yeah. So it'll come off of that. And that's the road in that everybody wants to see. Because once it comes off of Schedule 1, then it's just lobbying it to make it more readily accessible. Which, it coming off Schedule 1, I think will be a huge victory for those that are pushing for this type of medication and healing, I guess would be the right way to put it.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, all 50 states now, nobody can say shit.
Yep.
Nobody can say anything now. Now there is no excuse. Now I'd like to see, and here's why. This is the best part. Everybody here that wants to go ahead and say that that they were not going to support him.
Oh yeah.
Now it's time. Now this is like the biggest put up or shut up I've ever seen right here. If you say you're not going to support the president and what he's doing, or you are not a true representative of your party, because this is what divides Republicans right here.
Wait, but can you imagine how many heads might be exploding on the other side, though?
Oh no, yeah, exactly, because they're like, oh shit.
The left is like,
what do we do now? Wait, now, and so I mean, you got Montel Williams is being a big advocacy for it. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I have a feeling that it's going to be a very different. It's going to be different. It's going to be a different mentality. We're going to see who the holdouts are, and I don't feel sorry, dude. I really don't feel sorry for none of those politicians to begin with. Anyways, don't get me started on politicians, man. They people in Congress, man. It just, to me, it's just like you're wasting your time telling me what they're doing and all that. Congressional people get up there and all they do is start spouting about shit, and they get everybody in a tizzy. I think congressional people control the stock market more than the stock market controls the stock market, because all it takes is for one congressman to say something, and then everybody who's involved in that business will find out where his leanings are, and then everybody in that business will pay him to make sure that he doesn't vote against what their leanings or what he thinks he's going to say, and takes all their money. It's just like that fucking asshole in California, that Democratic congressman in California who's talking about doing an outright gun confiscation and ban, and yet he's being protected by Capitol Police.
Yep.
Why is he talking all big chingon over in fucking DC? Why don't he, what? Oh, you don't need guns, huh? Walk downtown of your constituency and tell me if you don't need a gun. I guarantee it that was that he would change his mind quickly. California's already starting to change anyways. They're now starting to decide, you know what? We're not
down with it.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, Kanye West is buying country in Montana. Go figure. Montana. All right. So something's happening. I see a change. I don't know what's happening. It just is kind of weird just watching this stuff kind of morphosize into, dude, when Kanye West is making a Kardashian hike a fucking mountain, you know something's changing. You know something's up. You know something's big's going to happen. And like I said, the medicinal marijuana stuff, John Boehner, the former Speaker of the House, was a huge, if you smoke weed, you're a pothead type shit and all sort of stuff. Then once he found out he could take a cut in some of the pharmaceutical and be part of the big farm for Marinol and weed, guess what he did? Now he's a big advocate. He's like High Times #1 politician now of the year because he's now smoking weed, getting high. John Boehner, why weren't you fucking smoking that shit while you were in Congress? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna follow that pharmacist that is in Congress and find out just what weed, what dope they have, and just start following one. Hey, who you delivering these drugs to? Oh, this is going to Senator Feinstein. This is the one that's gonna keep her, because they're all taking different medicines.
Hold on, there's a drug list I'd like to see or get a hold of.
Yeah.
Holy Lord.
Yeah, I'd like to see that because I guarantee it. There's some guys right there that are taking. The guys that are talking so much shit about what needs to happen in our government or what needs to happen to the American people are the ones that are under the influence. I bet you there's some that are like heavily into fucking painkillers. Some are like taking opiates themselves. You know what I mean? Like they fly to Afghanistan to make sure that their bundle arrives here. I'm willing to bet, dude. Why do you think all those Congress people come back from? We went to go visit the troops in Afghanistan. No, motherfucker, you're making sure your black licorice fucking heroin made it back on that fucking bundle. You know what I mean? As I hear fucking drones flying over my house.
Oh, Jesus.
Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center. What the hell's that noise? I think that's a drone.
The last thing you hear coming to the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Get on the ground. Okay, guys, we'll see you later. That's what I'm saying. It's that right there. This is something that the veterans need, and like everyone's now saying. Well, then let's test it. And then that, like you said, Grey Cloud, that's what's got everybody in a tizzy. What do you mean? Well, then let's test it. You're going against our mantra.
Yep.
You're going against.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Got a name. Sergeant First Class Chris Morales. Thank you, Heather.
Was that in the chat or something?
Yeah, I was in the Facebook live chat.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Facebook Live is acting pretty weird lately. I don't know what it is.
Staying there a little while ago, I saw Al had said something about it a couple mentions back that it is being stupid again. Blah blah.
Yeah, it is. No, I'm just like, dude, I'm looking at the stuff and I'm looking at all the freaking stuff right here, and I see. Let me see. Let me do some tweaks and adjusts.
Don't break.
No. I'm just adjusting some other stuff right here to make sure that we're good to go. That way, we can have the full ambiance of Facebook Live. But no, I'm all for it. Think about it. Legalizing marijuana in all 50 states. From that point on, there should be no excuse about people who are talking about what people are getting busted for now. Like in the incarceration drama, right. I bet you how many low-end marijuana usage and possession, hell, even distribution. How many people that set free? Like immediately, here's what I would do. If you're serving a sentence and you were selling weed, or you were in possession of weed, or under the influence of weed, consider it time served, and you're out.
Yep.
And that's it. And then and then look at all these, and as they're getting processed out, look at all the convictions to be expunged off the record. Like that's it.
Yeah, for weed.
For weed.
Weed.
Yeah, for weed. Now, if you were that, like exactly, if you if you had like killed somebody for said possession of weed. In other words, if it was stacked on something else, and yeah, obviously.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, all military discharges that were given under less than honorable conditions or dishonorable conditions for weed communicated all upgraded to honorable. That's what I would. That's what I would do because think about it.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, and here's why. And it's not because of the weed. It's not because of the marijuana. My issue is, that is a known. Fuck.
It got you out. I'm looking at what got you in trouble. Because it's obviously like your discharge was because think about this. It's not like alcohol. And there's a reason why.
Okay, go ahead.
So allow me to give you my reason why I said it should be away from the military system. When you finish drinking alcohol, it's not in your system for 30 fucking days. You piss it out or you drink it out or whatever.
Okay.
So you can't pinpoint when that individual was enjoying himself with herbal medication or herbal supplements. So you can't pinpoint it when he took it. You can't, unless you were there, tell the soldier that you were doing it while you were working on aircraft because you don't know. You don't know.
Right, but there is science behind those tests, and they are, let's see here. How do we? There's a science behind it. Now, granted, everybody metabolizes things differently. Okay, so you could get a general idea of when they did it based on the grams or whatever that's in the blood. I forget whatever the measurement is they use. However. And I would lean to Al on this one. I would upgrade it, but maybe not to an honorable. Now, the automatic upgrade to an honorable, great, awesome. And then they can apply to have it upgraded again.
Well, if it was already upgraded to honorable, why would they need to do it again?
What? No. I'm saying general. I agree with Al on this one to be the automatic upgrade to the general.
Oh, it'd be automatic upgraded general, but then depending what it was. Well, I mean.
And then they can apply, right? Just like anybody else, apply for a discharge upgrade, because what that would do in my eyes, is that establishes that okay, so they did this one thing, all right? Maybe it was a one-time deal when the Army was being fucking retarded, right? A one-time deal, they fucked up, okay?
Yeah,
that's great. So they get the automatic upgrade to the general, right?
Yep.
And then they write a letter or whatever the process is, right, to showing, hey, this is why I think I should be upgraded to an honorable discharge. XYZ, I've done XYZ, I'm not that person, it was a one-time blip on the radar. And then the board or panel would look at them like, easy enough, upgrade.
Yeah, but look at this though. You got you got somebody who's a fat body. Do you know how long THC hangs out in your body if you're fat? How long it stays in your body? You could have smoked weed on vacation in the Dominican Republic or Jamaica. You want some ganja man, and then you smoke something, and you only have a little hit, and you get a little high, and then you continue your 2-week vacation. Well, because you're a fatty, and you have
Cheetos,
and you fucking you're sitting there crunching. You get the munchies from hell and eat half the freaking inclusive buffet that's there, and then you come back, and then everybody knows you've been to Jamaica because the Army's like that. It's almost like they try to set you up and shit, anyways. So you're not going to come back, and they know they're going to piss you because hell, I've had soldiers from Jamaica, and I pissed them when they come back. Hey, first sergeant, why you piss me? Jamaica, on. You know what I mean? Because I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? If you're from Jamaica and it's like quite into your, you know what I mean? It's like duh. I'm gonna do it. So you would do it for what? Just to protect the soldier, and you would do that. So then, if you're fat, like this soldier wasn't fat, but you're fat. It is clinically, if you are fat, you cannot get rid of THC in your body. So you're gonna slam somebody who was sitting on the freaking beach, who weighs 380 pounds. Well, I mean, I've seen okay, say okay. I don't know any soldiers that weigh 380 pounds, but I'm pretty sure there are some. But there's some kids who are freaking fat, and they bust tape, and they're just like, I'm fat, I'm gonna smoke some weed, ganja, yeah, and they come back, and then weeks go by, and they're like a helicopter wrench turner, and they're like, their aircraft is like the zero defect, like not like the Army, and when it comes to leadership style, but defect aircraft as far as maintenance concerned. And there's nothing wrong with this aircraft. Always shows up to formation in time. But because he's fat, and there's no such thing as big bone. Fat. You're fat. Exactly, Baby Ice. Fat.
All right, so here.
Yeah, he's saying fat.
Hold on. Okay, so again, going back to the science piece of it, right? And James and Facebook Live, half-life of the nanograms. Yep, that's how they measure it. Okay, so, but the science behind it, you can actually tell if a soldier has re-engaged in said abuse of substance from the previous time. Okay, because the nanogram count will be different. Okay, so if there's an increase in the nanograms from the previous time, then obviously you could hammer them again because they repartaked. But if there's a decrease, then you cannot. In fact, I had a company commander when I was a young soldier try to do this to a soldier because she didn't like the soldier. Now, granted, there was a lot of other issues with the soldier, but so she gave 100% to the unit, okay? And he popped, right? The following week, we got another 100%. Right? And guess what? That same soldier popped again, obviously.
Yeah.
The rumor is she tried to hit him with an additional Article 15 for popping hot.
Well, I mean, because you're right. It's just one of those things to where was he fat?
No.
Was he
no, this kid was like a wire.
Oh, well, okay. Well, maybe he was so light that all was body composition was weed. You know what I mean? But my point being is that was the period of time. The next week, it stays in your body 30 to 45 days. 30 to 45 days is how long you're if you're smoking a good ganja. You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know what weed there is now, but DD214 will tell me later. But whatever type of what I call it, super Colorado shale bark weed or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was like, you're gonna have that kind of weed like happening, and again, you're gonna bust that soldier the following week because it's still the same weed that he was busted for in the begin with. See, that's what happens when we need people who are in the army who have been like has some street sense, because it's almost like as if he got busted. It's almost like the guy was still drunk. It would be like him getting a DUI, and he's fucking drunk, and you haul him into the fucking company after you pick him up from the MP station, and then you bust him for being drunk on duty. Motherfucker's still drunk from last night when he got the DUI. So why are you busting for being drunk on duty? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. So she's fucked up. She was fucked up for doing that because the weed is going to stay in your body for that period of time. When was the last time that he smoked the weed before he got popped? Were you guys able to narrow that down? Or no?
No, and that's and that was the thing is that and Jag actually stepped in on that. The rumor is Jag said no, you can't do this because of the nanogram count.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're exactly that. You're not gonna. I'm not gonna bust a soldier for fucking I've had soldier that was suspicious of, and I always told the CO, I was like, just fucking, who cares? If you got an issue with that, call the CID. Just call CID.
Yeah.
And then I would brag about it. Hey, sir, if you think so and so's fucking smoking weed, let's call CID. And then I would make my voice loud enough to make it audible to be heard throughout the company area. And they were like, everyone's like, oh shit, first time ice bringing up the CID. And all of a sudden you hear fucking like team rooms getting cleaned up and scored away. And wow, how come you guys are doing cleanup so early? Oh, just making sure the company's good to go first. You know what I mean? That's what I used to do. I used to fucking, use my fucking deceptions, powers of deceptions. Say, hey, sir, why are we going through this fucking drama? Let's just fucking call CID up. Let's lock down the fucking company. Let's do some dogs. And let's fucking go to the barracks and let's walk on over and do some dogs. MPs love that shit. ICE loves MPs, so let's do it.
Let's do it.
And then he was like, really? You think you can do that? Fuck yeah, you're the commander. Fuck.
Yeah.
You can do it.
The commander. That's what he wants.
Yeah, so he's like, really, can I? Then of course, then my commander would call the BC. Hey, First Sergeant ICE wants to call in the dog. And, and here's what makes me mad about command teams nowadays. They think that bad news is bad for their command. No, it's opposite. It's letting the commander know that, hey, you suspect something's going on in your company and you're trying to squash it. Not the other way around. It's not a reflection on your performance as a commander. Oh, you find out somebody's doing some shit in your company and you find out and you want to use your own way, fucking do it.
Yep.
Don't be scared to call the battalion commander, brigade or division finds out about it. Get a phone call from the division S3 sergeant major. Ice, what's going on, bro? What do you mean? You bringing dogs up in your company? Bro, how'd you fucking hear that? Fuck. That was only talk between officers. Well, motherfuckers, God, bro. No. I don't know what you're talking about. The signal's coming back. Fuck you, Ice. I'm coming down to your company right now. You know what I mean? That's how this back and forth because just fucking do it. Soldiers are fucking, your unit's like an organism, man. And your little soldiers are like the antibodies in it. They're little fucking, they're sensitive items. Trust me. It's like a little community. They'll know.
They will know.
They will know. Not only will they know, but they'll be the first ones to fucking rat each other out. Soldiers can't fucking commit crimes nowadays anyways to save their lives. Like army crimes. I'm talking about not showing up for formation or hiding shit you're not supposed to be hiding or saying that the weapon was missing and all of a sudden you finally found it, but then you tell the first sergeant, I've been told that it was so-and-so had it, and that way you don't lock down the company. Those are army crimes type stuff. You know what I mean? So they all fucking hide. Yeah, you get that's all. It's a game. I was never the first sergeant to sit there and go, hey sir, let's I think so and so's doing weed, so let's do 100% and then do another 100%, and then let's lock down the company by moving this ComSec out of this vault and see what happens. I never did that, man. I never. No, I've known a first sergeant that do shit like that. I'm like, dude, you're fucked up. Well, you got to make sure the soldiers are on top of shit. You got to keep them on their toes. No, you're fucking them. There is no keeping on toes.
Yeah, don't move ComSec. That's bad for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad for everybody.
And that's why first sergeants and commanders don't have the fucking combo to the ComSec vault.
No, they should not.
They should not. That's exactly that. ComSec custodian. Where's the status of the ComSec? Did you do a barrel count? When I say did you do a barrel count, implied task alarm should have been ringing through your fucking eyes right now.
Mm-hmm.
That means you better be going back and making sure that those crazy tans and kivs are fucking good to go because
I'm about to come through there with my inventory. And
so let's find an LT and then I know I gotta do this stuff because so and so is fucking under the influence of weed and we don't want to bring the dogs in because the BC heard about it and I got the fucking division on it now. Yeah, I openly talk like that. Everyone's like, and then the ComSec custodians like little fucking bucks aren't. First sergeant, who's on weed? And then that right there, that's your first source of information. That's how it works. I'm giving you guys first sergeant tips and tricks. They're like, that's how they do it. They're like, what do you mean? Who? You don't know so and so. They went down to the club and fucking hang out. Oh, first sergeant, that wasn't so and so. That was motherfucking so and so. Oh, it was. Yeah. Then that motherfucker. Oh shit. Yeah. Go on, continue. You ain't gonna have any me first sergeant. No, man. I'm just hearing shit. You ain't under oath, brother. You ain't got no rights right in front of you. Well, I heard this motherfucker went downtown and did this. Shot that motherfucker for the weed. He shot somebody. No, he shot at him. Oh, he shot at somebody for the weed. Okay, gotcha. Then how come he didn't pop? Oh, yeah, exactly. So that soldiers are awesome sources too. You don't even know.
They can be.
They can be awesome sources. And they just because they want to brag or whatever. Hey, you want to see the Snapchat? Sure, let me see the Snapchat. I love it. Joes are just like, because as soon as you give them like diplomatic immunity, like Lethal Weapon diplomatic immunity, the fucking Joes will sing. They'll sing. They'll be like, well, you're building discontent and mistrust in your company. No, it's just guys that just, But anyways, go back to what I was saying. Yeah. You get smoked. You get smoked for weed, and you're in, and the president fucking declares that all 50 states. In other words, you change the scheduling. So basically, you're saying weed is like alcohol now.
It won't be that far down, but I think it'll come down to Schedule 2.
No. What I'm saying though, it'll be like it would. I wouldn't say like alcohol. It'd be like I guess taking fucking medicine or something like that. Yeah. It'd be like growing your own fucking Tylenol.
Yeah.
So you take that and then you do that. So then that's what's wrong with having all those crimes lifted and expunged.
Nothing. I have no issues with that piece. I think it'd be a great start because one, overcrowding is an issue we all know, and it's a lot of fucking bullshit crimes. I mean, fuck for crying out loud. You get briefed down at the the post that sits on the border that those guys that are bringing it across, if it's less than 250 pounds, are being issued a summons. and sent on their way.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna.
I mean, they're confiscating it and issued a summons. They're not even being arrested anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like some states. It's like, are you at least smuggling cigarettes with no tax stamp on it? Huh? What do you mean? You know, that used to be back in the day too. You'd find, you guys would smuggle cigarettes without the tax stamp on it. That used to be a big thing when you hear about smuggling cigarettes. I'm like, how does a motherfucker smuggle cigarettes? Well, it's because in some states like New York and California, where a pack of cigarettes costs, $50. Yeah. Well, no, a carton of cigarettes costs like about $110. A carton of cigarettes back in the day used to be like $20.
Yeah.
I mean, for top shelf smokes, I'm talking about like Marlboro Reds and Camel Lights and shit like that. Yeah, and Winston's and shit.
So back in them days, I could walk up to the counter and, if my grandfather was in the store, I could walk up to the counter and get them from my grandfather. He would give me the $20. Go give me a carton of cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. It would, because they would know, because you probably you're doing it for your one of your parents.
Yep.
You wouldn't care, but I mean, I'm telling you, man, it's just like one of those things to where, what was it? Washington's got the weed stores, yeah, like, and it's fucking like pizza delivery, but with weeds. Exactly that.
Oh God, pizza delivery sounds awesome right about now.
Oh my God, some weed delivery. Could you imagine like doing that for fucking like Uber weed for
Uber weed?
It'd be like weed for it's like a that's a good idea. That's pretty that's an entrepreneurial program we can do there. So we can have some weed that way. Hey, can I help you? Yeah, welcome to Uber Weed. Yeah, I need a dime bag, and give me some of that Colorado shale bark that Ice was saying on WTF Nation Radio. And
oh my God, no.
And then give me that sativa skank, and then give me a pack of Cools, because my grandma's still my grandma's still smoking the Cools even after World War II. So.
Literally, I can see you rolling up as your Uber weed in your fucking Cadillac DeVille.
Yeah, dude. I'm serious, man. I'm just kind of like it's just like one of those things to where you can exactly that. I'll be pulling up like like fucking I'm gonna get you, sucker. Remember when he was in that fucking he was in his Cadillac with curb feelers on it? He's got leopard skin seats and shit, and he's got his pimp coat. That's how I would deliver your Uber weed. Did y'all hear? Well, I guess is that Ice? Well, I don't know. I guess the president fucking descheduled all that weed.
Oh my God.
Give us a call, 415-889-8367, if you guys want to do a family shout out or a honored shot to the fallen, mentions of the fallen of your family and all that. We already had one. And right now, currently on we already had two of them already. So we're trying to also give you a laugh too at the same time, so that way we're not completely, we want to be.
Oh, so Joe says Marlboro's going for $7 a pack up here. I'm going to guess he's in New York.
Oh wow, dude. Oh yeah. Oh man, $7. It's not even worth it, bro. Not even worth.
Yeah. Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, I say James is saying on 30, your Cadillac would be on 30-inch rims. He will not be able to get out of that Cadillac.
Fuck you, dude. I'm taller than fucking 5, whatever. There won't be no. I don't. No. I'm old school, bro. I'm old school. I'm like on the. I glide. So my shit's gonna be lowered, and it's gonna have hydraulics or some shit on it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be orale. You know what I mean? I mean, running on the road. It's gonna be like that, and it's gonna have like curb feelers on it and stuff like that. So then when I get out and I'll put my pimp hat on with my pimp cake with my 2-inch platform shoes. I want to see, even if it had 30-inch dubs on there, it wouldn't matter, because I'd have my 5-inch fucking platform shoes. It's made out of leopard. That's it.
We got some more names.
Go for
it. Casey in the Facebook Live threw out Adam Cervez, Air Force, David Johnson, Army, Daniel Thompson, Army, and Kerry Kemp, Marines.
Shots.
Rest in peace, y'all.
Yep. I don't think that it would be an issue. I honestly think this is good. It's almost like he's purposely doing this shit just to piss both parties off, because both parties had part and parcel to creating these stupid laws. I think he's doing it on purpose. He's like, oh wait, a Democrat did this and a Republican did this, and who was it? Who was part of it? Barney Frank. Oh fuck that. Yeah, we're declassifying it. Everyone's all legal. But Barney Frank didn't want to do it. Fuck Barney Frank. We're fucking making this. We're making this all. We're making weed legal in all 50 states, to include U.S. territories. He better add U.S. territories too.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I did. I did go all 70s with a curfew. I'm a kid from the 70s and 80s, man. I'm old. You guys make it sound like just, all the airborne cigarette smoke deployments, multiple ex-wives and shit makes me sound young. I mean, but I'm not young. I'm old.
Hold on. Did you ever have cigarettes in your MRE?
Actually, when I joined the Army, we were part of the phase out for the C-Rats. So the C-Rats, so yes. I had little 4 squares. That's what it's squares. The term squares, how many 4 squares, how many squares you got? Because the MRE cigarettes came in little squares. They came in these little slim 4 squares. So it'd be like how many squares you got, and then it would be like whatever. So when I first came in, they were getting rid of those squares. They were getting rid of the C-Rats. They were still in the system, even though they stopped making them. They were still in the system, and they needed to be exhausted before we could start eating MREs.
Right.
So yeah.
Training rats.
Yeah. So they were like training rats. Exactly that. They were like training rats like crazy. So I'm like, ooh, what's this? And they're like, here, this is your fucking P-38. And I'm like, P-38, because I'm thinking, German. Oh, it's a P-38, not that P-38.
Nope.
So you had P-38, and then you open up the cans, and then inside your C-Rats were you got your squares, and you had people that would argue back and forth, and who was going to have their Lucky Strikes or Marlboros or whatever. I was like, what? They're giving us cigarettes. This is the shit. Oh man. I mean, I didn't smoke. I just thought it was cool, so I just gave my squares to somebody who smoked. I didn't really smoke yet until several divorces later in Germany. Once you get stationed in Germany, if you don't smoke, you will be smoking because God, smoking for everything. Yeah, in the airport and shit, you're getting your fucking passport checked out. Well, welcome to Deutschland. Yeah, he went to light. Excuse me. We only smoke Marlboros here, but no, I'm saying that I think it would be good because then what it's going to happen is that, and a lot of the stuff too, and I'm glad people are seeing this, is that the VA is dragging their fucking feet now. I'm really seeing that everybody within almost 2 years of him being in the presidency, that nobody from the VA has come up with a viable program to get the stuff up. They just passed a $71 billion freaking act so that the veterans can have choice. So now let's do it. They've had their chance. It's almost like all these agencies that have had their chance. Now it's time for the VA. Once it's enacted, you should be able to go on your e-benefits stuff, get online and say, I want to change it to the choice stuff because it's choice. You know what I mean? So once it's all up on the choice stuff, then I want to go ahead and weed. I'd be kind of maybe retired old crusty dude in the hospital, like, oh, okay, ice, blah blah blah. Yeah, just want to know that your disability, this is weed. No, but what I'm saying though is that if you sign right here, weed. Where's my weed? I want the legal weed. 30 fucking years later, and where's my weed?
Your 250 square feet of canopy.
Yeah, 250 square feet. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, dude, we talked about that. That's when I was still on sergeant's time.
Yes, North Carolina. It was North Carolina that passed that.
Yeah. I remember that. I was talking about that article in depth because we thought that was a lot.
Yeah, that was 250 feet, 200 square feet with what was it? Something of canopy, whatever, with no more than 10 feet of canopy or something. That's like a fucking jungle.
Yep, and unlimited number of saplings or bablings, whatever they're called.
Correct.
Yep.
You can have, but you cannot exceed that 250 square feet and exceed that height of 10 feet or something like that. Which 10 feet for a weed plant is pretty tall.
I would guess that's ginormous.
That's huge. So, and then I'm gonna have to for retirements, I'm gonna have to swing by and maybe stay in North Carolina for a little bit to see what's up. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Ugh.
Yeah, single issue voters suck. They do. I don't understand why some of this issues suck. They get to the one point or add a stack to another. They will stack on something. Give us a call, 415-889-8367. Phone lines are open if you want to give us a shout out, or you want to give a shout out to some of your family members that have fallen, or anybody that you know, brothers and sisters. Right now the main page is on fire, throwing out the testimonials. So if you want to do it on the voice, don't worry, because the voice will always be, the internet is forever, so it'll be up there for you to see what exactly is going to happen. So Sell your property, Kanye.
Sell your property. Turn it into a gun range.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna. Nope. I'm just like I said. I'm just shocked. We're gonna take a break right quick because we've been going blab. So don't forget. Do not hesitate to to call up and give us a shout out or give us your family member to shout out somebody that's fallen. So don't hesitate. So when you hear us blabbing again, just go ahead and call. The phone lines will be open. So with that, shots.
Let's roll. This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening. On.
I bleed, don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green Beret, 21 gun salute. Don't want to see the day. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave. Where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you. So blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media portray me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat. They spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object. I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul. I'll always be a human.
Share
we're back. Sorry about the long delay, boy. You guys are gonna love this story right now. All right. We're only okay. So somebody's upset. Whilst I was broadcasting, and I said, "Hey, let's go on break." You guys know I have a little one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. He's pissed.
What? No, they don't get that.
He's pissed off because as we were broadcasting and we were closing up the show, he's able to employ his soldier-like tactics to escape, to use evade and infiltration techniques. Well, as he escaped and he jumped out of his bed and decided to sneak around the house, I started smelling something like maybe it was my breath, maybe I farted or something like that.
No.
And sneakily, I saw this little pair of eyes peeking around the corner when I'm broadcasting, and I look, and there's baby eyes, completely covered in shit, with a trail leading all the way back to his bedroom.
Oh, I got names. Hold on.
Go for it.
And these are close to me because they're fellow wards.
Go for it.
Sean Downs sends Chief Warrant Officer 2 Burke, Chief Warrant Officer 3 Satterfield, Chief Warrant Officer 2 Siegfried, Chief Warrant Officer 3 I'm going to slaughter that, but Bunaconity and Captain Montgomery, all involved in Kiowa mid-air collision at JBLM, and another was an Apache crash at NTC.
Yeah, shots out, man.
Shots out.
Shots out. So, I had to clean up.
Was it bad?
So in that break, so you guys heard June Wolfsburg, a couple of songs from Rail, a bumper with Atrocity, This Station Is Now More Powerful, Tim Kennedy's thing, and then Forensic. Within that time frame, I was able to, because single dad life, dad rules. I was able to clean off all of the crap from the floor, throw him in the tub. No, let me tell you. Wait. So, anyways, he had his crap in his hand. By the way, that's what he was coming to talk to me about. He had crap in his hand, and he was like, crap in my hand. And I'm like, and I'm looking at the clock, and I'm looking at the show, and I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my God. So as I look down the hallway, I poke my head around the broadcast station to which I have. Looked down the hallway, and I could see the little footprint of shit going all the way to my broadcast station. And so the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence was kind of smelly at the time. And so I had to, within that period of time that you heard those songs, I was able to change the sheets, wipe down his bed, clean the crap off the walls, floor, Swiffer, throw him in the bath, and then get him cleaned up, and then new sheets on the bed, wiped him down. He's still clean, cleaned his ears out, brushed his grill, because he had shit everywhere. I don't even know if he ate shit or whatever. I'm not going to take a chance.
God, why would you say that? Oh.
I'm just saying, because he's my kid, so he's intuitive. So now the house is Swiffer clean, kids bathed, back in bed, and he's pissed off. So yeah. So that's the single dad life you get. You know what I mean? You have to be on your toes. See, like I said, I think that's pretty impressive, being able to do all that and be within the no more than 15-minute break window.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. So yeah, it's like, man, this break is going really long.
Yeah, well, I mean,
did I fall asleep?
No. I was like, well, I figured since we had the break anyways, and we were talking about weed, and then this is a pretty much unscripted. Yeah, well, no, I wasn't testing, but it was already an unscripted show because, like I said, we were doing the shots out for everybody.
Yeah.
Sean, again, we appreciate your service, man. And I wish you could call overseas, unless you were on Skype and you had normal Skype. You can call us on Skype. If you had
Skype, you could call us.
Yeah, you can call us on Skype. Skype. Yeah, Skype, and then you can Skype in. So if you guys can Skype in, you can Skype into us. We're more happy.
Why don't we get our awesome front desk to drop how to call us on Skype and Facebook? Maybe pin it there.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, good idea. So
front desk.
Front desk.
Maybe he's hacking it for you.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just
Front desk is rocking. So I had to attend to all that, and then still within, I was actually I was 2 minutes over my my timeline. Apologies. Time flies when you're cleaning crap, and I don't even know if I got it on me. I guess I don't know. I guess I'll know in a minute, but
You'll know when you shower or if you go to bed. And you
yeah, I
smell
don't know. I've been. I smell like shit. Probably gonna change my sheets or something. But that little man, that was so cute. He was holding it like a dead bird. You know, he was like, like he was proud of his shit. Look, Dad, this is my shit. Look upon the floor from whence you must clean it. So,
So while we're Spanky will be rewarded with pizza later. She's gonna put it in there. So here's my question. While we're talking about this Memorial Day and things like that, so there's been a lot of this. And only this weekend have I really caught it. Okay, Happy Memorial Day. Okay, the phrase. Now,
yeah,
I got it. Okay, it's hard. We know it's not usually a happy occasion because we are remembering. Okay, we are celebrating the lives of our brothers and sisters that we've lost in throughout our years and stuff. So my question to you: what is your take on that? The word "happy" being put in front of Memorial Day. If somebody's wishing you the Memorial Day, right?
First, I would take it to where they're coming from. I don't think because people are not. Let's put it this way: we've not had a war go on this long to say honor Memorial Day. It's kind of one of those things where people don't know. Like there's no, and I'm glad there are graphics and memes out there that talk about what is Memorial Day, what is Veterans Day, and what is Armed Forces Day. I'm glad those things are out because there are some people that there's no need to get in their ass if they don't know. They just don't know. So as a veteran, to let them know, hey, you don't say Happy Memorial Day because you're supposed to be reflecting and memorializing those who've given their lives as service. Once I explained that to them, then after that, never had any issues. I mean, since I've been in the military, never had any issues. So if you're new to the, I guess you'd say, if you're new to the respect of veterans thing, then I would see a couple of fuck ups here and there. I would expect a couple of fuck ups. However, if you were the president of the United States, and you write Happy Memorial Day and then start talking about the job fucking market, no.
No, and I think that's a complete that's a disconnect on his end, right? That is the Mad Dog not talking to him. That is his circle of, if you want to call it a circle of trust, not talking to him and explaining that to him.
I really think people are afraid to talk to him to correct him about shit. I mean, honestly.
And see, again, and you would think that he would and now I'm babbling, but you would think that it could not be that way with the way he wants his people to be, if that makes any sense. Right? Somebody should be able to call him on his shit, and he'd be like,
just say, sir, you don't say Happy Memorial Day. You would say Happy Veterans Day, or you would say Happy Armed Forces Day, but you don't say Happy and attach it to Memorial Day, because that would be like somebody. You know what would really would make a point with him? I would say, as ICE, as his chief of communications, I would say, sir, that would be like somebody kneeling for the national anthem.
Oh,
and that would drive it home.
Yep, I think so.
It's unwritten. You know you're not supposed to do it. You don't know how to do it. You don't want to test the waters. And the last thing you want to do is have a tweet go out that's wrong. Like I said, no happies.
What kills me about that, right? You were talking about, as we start off the show and stuff, there are people that capitalize on that immediately. They wanted to slam it and turn it into political attacking point. I can't even think of the word I want.
No, use it for I know exactly. You're right. They want to use it for a political talking point, so that way they can, they can use that to continue to chip against their opponents. I guarantee it, there needs to be a vet. The president needs ICE, along with Grey Cloud, in the year of our WTF 2018. Hereby declare to the President of the United States, if you need a personal staff to assist you on advisement of all veteran current active duty matters, please add us to your fucking Twitter thing. Add us to your Twitter. I don't have a Twitter, so I don't know what you're supposed to call it. tweet us, follow us.
Tweet us, yes.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. Be the second person to work in collaboration with us, because the first person was the 82nd. Sorry, D. Treasy, you got beat. You got beat by the 82nd. So I think using that, there needs to be he talks about having, I want to be there for the vets, what vets need to happen, all that. And I understand he wants to get that grassroots at the bottom line level of understanding. Well, then let those bottom line level of understanding people be on the staff. Don't don't cronyize your shit and have somebody who is just riding on your fucking coattails, and then you say, no, it's supposed to be, because I can imagine that mentality of being in a meeting with them, and you have his little fucking followers or his little people that he handpicked up on there that are afraid to talk to him, just to correct him, and then you have the New Yorkalites that are there I say, who are you? I'm Ice. Oh, okay. Slice? No, it's Ice. Okay, yeah, whatever. What is this thing you're saying about not supposed to be saying about Memorial Day? You're not supposed to be happy. You're not supposed to be happy, or you're supposed to be happy? Fuck it. Say happy. You know what I mean? They don't listen. That's what the way I would think they would be. So, President Trump, you need to ordain and provide us with whistleblower protection, and we'd be more than happy to be your advisors.
By all means, yeah. Bring on the whole staff.
Bring on the whole staff. We, as a matter of fact, we'll come us on board, and we'd be more than happy for all of us to PCS out there, and we'd be more than happy to handle the media. We'd be more than happy to assist Sarah Huckabee Sanders in her communications. As a matter of fact, when she walks out of the room, I will walk in, and then that's it. And then for to assist the Secretary of Health and Human Services, we'll have Doc Madness and WTF Doc there.
Holy shit,
that would be awesome. You know what I mean? So and then for his personal lawyership, we would have the judge.
The judge
would be there. Assisting the National Security Advisor would be OPSEC Monkey and yourself. W56 WF6 would be there with amongst that little conglomerate of the whatever.
Wait.
I mean, he's already there anyway, so I mean, he's sort of kind of there.
But do we really want to blow up his ego that much?
No. That's what I'm saying. He's already somewhat near there anyway. So that's what I'm saying. So he'd be like, oh, he'll be all with a fucking yes, indeed, I'm already there. You know what I mean? So it's not really blowing up an ego if he's already there. No pun intended with the Eagles. So
WTF, please forgive me for my sins.
Yeah, exactly. We're just joking. Shit, don't chop our heads off.
Just joking, boss.
I know. So yeah, I think I see the little typing bubble going on my chat right now from him. So he says the drones are on their way. Just kidding. But what I'm saying, but we could assist D. Treasy in this, because that's what I think is missing. I think he's trying to do what he's trying to do.
Right.
He is trying to do that. If he tries to go ahead and grab. He grabs the, whatever. Memorial Day shouldn't be, like I said, it shouldn't be happy. It should be memorializing whatever. So it would be like, memorializing. It's hard to explain, man. It's just you're memorializing. You're not supposed to have fucking sales on fucking show on TV shows or show. You're not supposed to go to Best Buy and get Memorial Day savings. You're not supposed to go to. As a matter of fact, I would use it in reverse. You sell anything on Memorial Day, and for every sale that you get would be the equivalent for every $400,000 that you make, you'll get tax Memorial Day pay. You get tax. You'll get a Memorial Day tax for every $400,000, because that is the amount of his life insurance that a family member gets when a service member dies.
Ooh.
So every $400,000, your ass is getting taxed for having a party on fucking Memorial Day. Because I don't agree on the Memorial Day sales, because it's kind of like, let's because if we were to, you're almost like profiting off of like true death, like you're profiting off. Yeah. So I don't like the come now to Best Buy and you can get a Samsung 52-inch TV for the Memorial Day sale, 30% off, and you can get it for $500, whatever you want to call it, whatever sale you got. Memorial Day. You sell cars. Fuck that. You know what I mean? It should not be that way.
And so this is an interesting discussion I had earlier today. Is like so many holidays have become so commercialized now if that's the right word, right? Because it's just another day to make money for everybody. Name the holiday now. What day of the 10 federal holidays, okay? Which one is everybody fucking closed? None.
None.
Almost none anymore.
None. Christmas isn't closed. Thanksgiving isn't closed. Let's see. None.
Yeah.
None. They have reduced hours, but they're not closed.
Right. Shit is open now. Right. Fucking Black Friday starts on fucking Thursday morning now.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose of Black Friday. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you have Cyber Monday, and then you know what I mean. And the next thing is, you know, Taco Tuesday. Well, you know, Taco Tuesday will always be. That's one holiday that's served every week.
Jesus,
Taco Tuesday. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But no, what I'm saying though is that you're right. It defeats the purpose of again. If you sell the first $400,000 that you make, you're getting taxed. If you're in my state, if you're in the Republic of we're not a republic, are we? If WTF Nation was a state, what would it be? We would be a province. What would it be? What would be better, a state, a province, or
we want a lot of leeway on how we ran things. So we might want to be a territory.
Yeah. Okay. So the WTF territory. Yeah. WTF territory. If you're open on Memorial Day, the first $400,000 of your business gets taxed. Every $400,000 of your business gets taxed. As a matter of fact, on Memorial Day is mandatory reflection. You're going to be remembering your honoring your brothers and sisters.
You institute a blue collar law. You can't be open noon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. Or as a matter of fact, the only place that can be open are butchers, liquor stores and butchers, because you're not, don't tell me how to celebrate. I'm just saying that it's statistically proven that individuals, when I have people come over to remember someone, and I have attended wakes or somebody who has died in combat, and I've gone to their house to pay respects for the family. It's a barbecue. There's some beer. There's some drinks. There's some pictures. There's some mementos that all of us have had, or pictures of all of us that we give to the family that they didn't know that we had, so that way they can remember them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have a good time. Lots of crying and hugging and all that. And then we ask the wife if there's anything that we need, or she'll say, hey, I need work on the house being done. So we immediately, that's almost like we're designating details right there. We're handling out work. I need help moving this, or blah 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 blah. What do you plan on that? We talk to the casualty assistance officer. Hey, what's going on with this? Anything that can't be done, that's what happens. So Memorial Day would be the would be honoring those who are the fallen, and it would be that like that. It would be an honorable event. I mean, you can't have partake. Look at the posts that we've had. Look at everyone says, oh, you're glorifying alcohol. Eat a dick. Look at all the posts that we've had so far. We've had bands that have been dipped in their drink to honor them. We've had, I toast, to them. What's wrong with that? So I'm going to do it. So in the state, so the WTF territory, established whenever it gets established will be that. We will be a sovereign. Everyone born there will be a citizen of the U.S. We will align ourselves with the U.S. You can do Jade Helm, Robin Sage, and Emerald Warrior all year long. You want there. Matter of fact, you could use it. Just make sure you pay to clean up the damages to all the farms and shit that you land your helicopters. Matter of fact, 82nd Airborne, you can jump into the. You could use that.
Let's not get carried away.
Yeah, we can have joint exercises with our WTF territory military, which is of nil. We will be a peaceful nation. We will be the WTF nation. So yeah, exactly. So again, I don't. Again, going back to what you were saying about the happy. People just don't understand.
I think that's what it is.
But getting to the president's level, you have. Yeah. I think there are people on his staff that are purposely letting him fail to do that, because you best believe BO would not have let this fucking shit happen. If he were to fight, he would be fragging people, because we read the books, we've read the emails and some of the stories that have come out of individuals that have been on the Obama staff of what they do to people who fail zero defect. That's how the Army is now because of it.
Mm-hmm.
They've developed and absorbed a zero defect mentality that it's just consequential to every fucking presidency we've had that it's like that.
Yep.
So you can't help it. So no. Once I have told you now, Happy Memorial Day is kind of like not a thing to say. then you best don't come at me, or I better not see your profile. But because I correct people on that. Hey, change your Facebook profile. You look like a douche with that.
Change your shit.
Change your shit, man. And if you want to pay respects, go to the cemetery, and then because everybody that I have known that I've been lost in. I remember them on Memorial Day to remind me to go on their date, their date of that they've taken their walk. The date that I have taken their long walk, and go to their grave and pay my respects there. That's a reminder for me, because that way I know for a fact there are specific dates. It's mostly during the summertime too, that I will go to different installations where I know these individuals were buried at or by their hometowns, and I'll go pay respects. That's the way you do it. That's the whole idea of Memorial Day. So to let the president go up there and he was just setting them up for failure. They want him to look like an ass.
Yep. And it's a fucking bullshit Bush League move to use a phrase.
We're looking at all the posts right now that we had of the individuals that we're honoring.
Mm-hmm.
We've all known them. Well, all of us on the staff have known the individuals that we've seen posted so far on the on the main page. Every single picture that you see up there, I guarantee it, everybody on the staff, they've had those individuals in their lives, and you could see it.
Dude,
do you see the responses? You see them like, that person knew that person. So it's you know what I mean. So it's awesome. So good to know that Nation, some of the people that you are sending in for us to post, we know some of them too. We've served with some of them too.
So the one you mentioned, the KIA band and the drink.
Yeah,
that's third calf, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That one hit me hard when I scheduled it. Because it's just different, I don't know why, but when I walked through Section 60 on Saturday, right, and now Section 60 is a large section, Nation. If you have not been there, take the time, make a trip, and walk through our section, okay? Because that's what it'll forever be known as to me. It's our section, and to see. You start looking at their birth dates and their days, like you said, Ice, the day that they took their walk to go to Fiddler's Green or to go, to Valhalla, onto the fair and flowing seas and whatnot. It's rough.
Yeah.
Because you look at some of their dates of birth and you're like, what the fuck?
Kids, some of these, they're kids.
Kids. And
kids. I mean, there were some senior ranking individuals in there with some ages on them, but most of them are kids. As in, they just turned 24.
Yeah.
Or they were 26, or they were 21 or 22. So, that's why that age group of kids. I mean, mad respect.
Yeah.
Mad respect.
But Nation, I implore you, if you have not haven't had the chance yet, take the time, figure out how to get up to Arlington and walk through Section 60. And if it doesn't hit you in the feels, then for fuck's sake.
Some of the testimonials in here are pretty awesome, though. Just looking at some of the pictures, or somebody has also thrown in their other pics in there, and you're just like, wow, man, that guy knew somebody. Oh, look, and you see people reconnecting. That's the whole point of it. Is when you see it posted up on there, and we see the interaction going back and forth.
Yeah.
And you're seeing people reconnect on that. That's what it's all about, Nation. Give us a call, 415-889-8367. Or check out in the Facebook live chat. You can look at our Skype email addy. Let me see. We got any recent contacts on the Skype contacts there? Let's see if anybody wants to, because they can request it for us too. On my end, let me look at at the chat. Nope, don't see nothing on there so far. Don't be scared, guys. I know that we've already had one person not been able to call up and couldn't even get past the typing of what he was going to say. So give us, give us a buzz, or message or something. Yeah, we're more than happy to throw it out because everybody needs to be remembered. No one needs to be forgotten. But a lot of kids in here. But yeah, so the thing is, like you were saying, you don't say Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, I concur with that sentiment. I truly do, and it's just one of those things. And like you said, if it's the POTUS, yeah, that should have been caught a long time ago by his fucking staff. But if it's somebody else who just doesn't know, then you take the time and explain to him why it's not happy, right? Well, this is why it's not happy, because we take that time to reflect on those that we walked with and we lost along that journey as we were doing our mission and whatnot.
Yeah, I always say, when I say somebody during the Memorial Day weekend, I said, just, hey, have a good weekend, man. And that's all I say. I don't say have a good Memorial Day weekend. I just say, hey, have a good weekend, because I know some of them will not have a good weekend, and you want to at least make them know that you're. Because some people always say, hey, you're gonna forget them anyways. Or no way.
Get them.
Yeah,
never. You can't, and that's why that song is so important. Because in that post at 06 Nation, if you didn't look at it, go find the 06 post. As long as there are people being taught that value and whatnot, we won't be forgotten.
Nope.
Because there'll be somebody with us on every last Monday in May.
Yeah. And we'll also post your shit here on WTF U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. Because we got more of every year seems to be a new tradition that we're starting to kick up that I think is badass. Because we were doing the names last year too.
We did.
And
so, to be honest, I didn't know how to approach it. Right when I kind of put this thing together, and I ran it through the boss and stuff. I was like, okay, well, a handful, right? But it just became so many, right? Again, talking to the rest of the staff, it just became so many. I couldn't have fathomed it, the response. And I'm scrolling through our feed now, right? And holy bejesus, it's exploded, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there are guys that are reaching out, reaching way back. When I asked for the shout outs for over the weekend, for the drink posts and stuff, right? Those guys, man, that response was enormous too. Holy cow.
Yeah.
And some guys are reaching way back. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick, because I thought this one was very interesting. Because you always get those older ones sometimes, and they're kind of funny, haha. But I thought this one was really interesting. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. Nope. Oh, okay. Nope, not that one, but I will come back to that one. Oh, man, I'm going to miss it. Again, I'm going through it, and there's just so many.
Yeah, dude. Every 5 minutes, man, the main page is busting the buttons on this shit, man.
God dang it. Oh, that Cav one. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So I want to say Lieutenant Colonel looks like the rank, because again, it's just a photo, and sometimes we don't always get the whole story, Nation. Grampy Riggs. Okay, we got this submission about a Grampy Riggs, Lieutenant Colonel. It looks like he's wearing an SF patch. It looks like he's got the infantry cross rifles. Gave up a $52 a week contract with the Green Bay Packers to serve his country.
$52K a week.
52? No. $52.
Huh? $52 a week to play with the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, Green Bay Packers. This is. I'm gonna guess this is back in the day.
I was about to say, dude, $52 a week. That's like I thought you said. I thought that was a mistake. 50.
You know.
Well, because
okay.
Green Bay, because Go Pack Go doesn't pay much. You know what I mean? So
but,
I would have joined the Army too if the Green Bay Packers offered me some money like that.
Oh, but no. So here, and I think this isn't back in the day because he has the airborne patch on his Garrison cap.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, that is pretty old.
Yeah, that's why I think this is a much older thing. Grampy Riggs gave up a $52 a week contract with the Green Bay Packers to serve his country. His work. This is what we got from the submitter. His work ethic, love of country, and high standards for excellence were instilled in all of us granddaughters.
That's awesome.
That's one that caught my eye early on, and I thought, wow, that was. But I got a chance to share it. I don't know if we got it up in time for the day, but I wanted to share that one at least with the nation while we're on here because that one was kind of interesting. You give up being a pro football player to go serve your country. That's
again Green Bay Packers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Packers.
The Packers. I mean, yeah, $52. So $52 a week. What adjusted for inflation? I wonder how much that is. That's probably like freaking.
It might get you some cheese and beer in Wisconsin.
No, I mean like adjusted for inflation. How much would that be now?
Oh, not enough to live in Wisconsin, I'm sure.
$52 now a week. So,
Nation, if you could get on that for us.
Yeah, just let us know so that way we can run the traps on that. I know we don't have a WTF Nation sports organization. We only got gaming, radio, and WTF moments. We had a news team, but then Jose said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." So Jose is no longer. He's like, I'll just report shit. So.
Well, that's what he does now.
Yeah. So now
he plays a great game of hide and seek. I'm told.
Dude, he is so. I sent him a picture during All American Week, the division review. I go, hey, look, dude, come on, let's get you in the harness. Let's go fucking jump. So he tweets that. He tweets our conversation and he says, "Piss off, Ice. Get a Twitter account."
Hey, I joined, reluctantly, but with some prodding from the nation and my co-host.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. If I get because everyone's got their little, because Jose looks at, shows me this and it's like everything. I'm like, hey, put this on Twitter or say this for me on Twitter. Do this. And he stopped doing it because he's like, get your own Twitter. But he'll laugh at something and then he'll send me a screenshot. Mm-hmm. And he'll, hey, look at this. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, blah, blah, blah. And I'll just, whatever. Then I think, if I had a Twitter. And then I guess you guys are going back and forth about me lasting not even 24 hours on a Twitter account because people get like really fucking butthurt on Twitter so fast. But anyways, I've seen people like, so for me to get a Twitter, because, WTF Nation Radio, I'm milling around the area. And if you know my Facebook page, I have a ICE Facebook page, but it's ICE. It's not whatever. So Twitter though is more personal. It's more of a personal. Like if I have to tell you what I do on Twitter, it would really narrow down the PERSEC on me, especially me because of the shit talking that I do and what work I do. I mean that's. Yep. I can't just say, hi, I'm a senior NCO in the Army, and then that's it. I can't just, especially when you're going back and forth with the Twitter arguments, because Jose, I mean, he's blasting people on Twitter when they try to come up with him about his creds, and then, or whatever, and people like start fucking throwing creds out, like, well, here's my degree, and here's what I do, and see if I get it. I would blow my PERSEC if I had a Twitter account because I would do that. I would get so pissed off at somebody and say, well, here's my this and here's my that. Then I'd be like, fuck you, here's my this. And it would out me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
USAREC already has a bounty on my head with the Army tagging along with it. So
USAREC.
Yeah, they don't want to. They're already pissed off at Jose. So those are so it's myself, it's Jose, the PAO. They're just specific people on the WTF Nation staff that they're like.
Wait.
So I'm not. I want to wait.
I thought USASMA was after our PAO.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, they are. I mean, that's what I'm saying. USASMA. Woo. So there's a lot of. I would like to know who this person is. So a Twitter account for me of what I do and all that would narrow me down so much that let's put it this way, it would pull a few people in the room together, and it would be not difficult to say figure it out. Speaking of the mic,
got a name. Hold on.
Go for it.
This coming through Twitter because our Twitter person retweeted it. Captain Blake Russell, 150 2nd Infantry, 101st MITT, KI 22 July 2006. Rest in peace, sir.
Shots. Yeah. So I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna risk it.
Gotcha.
I'll wait till late. Trust me. Let's put it this way: if I get a Twitter account, you will know that the end is near of Army life. You'll know that, oh crap, DD214 is coming. I already throw if you're one of my friends on Facebook. I already throw subtle hints. If you don't already know what realm I'm in, then it's kind of on you. So it's kind of like on you. But anyways, I'm old, so that's why I got a picture of an old man on there. So yeah, so it's just one of those things where if I get Twitter, man, and then I see Jose showed me, I guess he had somebody said that he posted, or somebody on the radio staff posted Michael Jackson eating Tide Pods. And Jose is like, bullshit, you didn't get banned for that. So he posted the pic of Michael Jackson eating Tide Pods, and he got banned. And I'm like, see?
Oh.
So, yeah, so no, it's so much, I don't know. Facebook seems to be so much more, I don't know. Twitter is like the thin-skinned crowd. It's like you get the different, because all I'm seeing right now on Twitter, from what I see, pictures of screenshots that you guys send me, people get butthurt really easy there, man. I mean, really, really easy. And all it would take would be for me to say something fucking wrong or whatever, and and then it wouldn't be a station Twitter. It'd be my own Twitter. So it would be like, hey, here's who I am, blah 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 blah, and then of course I'd say something wrong that could be misconstrued. And the next thing you know, it's fucking all over the place. It's bad enough that we're considered everything in their mother.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So no Twitter for right now. Weed.
Gotcha. No Twitter.
No Twitter. Oh well.
No
you're welcome. Everyone's. Thank you guys for coming on and all that. Let's look at the.
Oh man. No, it's been man. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we gonna talk? Yeah. So we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about news. We're not gonna be talking about some of the crazier shit that we talk about.
No.
Oh, I will say this. Hey, you guys, WTF Nation up north in Ellicott City, man. Holy crap.
Yeah. So a little backstory on that. That area was still recovering from a 2016 situation.
I was about to say, didn't that place got hit before or something like that?
Yeah, in 2016 they got flooded really bad, and that's in that same exact area of downtown Ellicott City, if you want to call it a historical district or whatever you want to call it. They were still recovering from that 2016 issue. Yeah, and I know that area. I might have lived there for a little bit. Near it, but yeah, that was it was really sad to hear, and because where I'm at was sprinkling on that day, right? It wasn't heavy rain, it wasn't nothing, it was just kind of drizzle. But to see that when I caught up on the news, and the guys on the team were asking, do you know where this is? I said, yeah, I know where that's at. It was very interesting, if that makes any sense, to see that I was that close, but yet that drastic of a change in the weather.
I looked at some of the video, and it looked like straight fucking like disaster movie type shit. I mean, the water flowing through downtown Ellicott City was unfreaking real. I'm just like unreal. It was just the fact that, you know, crazy.
Yeah, there's a video out there floating around, and the guys are shooting it from the rail bridge. It's that high.
Yeah, as I'm saying, they're like, then that's now they now declared it that just stay out of the area for right now because it's flowing up to almost to the second story of some of the buildings.
Yeah, they've declared it a fucking emergency, fucking whatever.
National state of emergency.
State of emergency. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, somebody right now this is a reservist guy, an Air Force guy that's swept up in that.
Yeah, there was a hold on, I got the story. Fuck, damn it, Ice.
Well, I mean, just asking.
Yeah, hold on, I got it pulled up. 1 second. Fuck, I had it pulled up. Son of a bitch. Oh, I think I closed it because you said no bad feeling stories today.
Well, I mean, this is kind of like there's a bolo out for him.
Yeah, hold on, I got it. National Guard members missing. Governor declares states of emergency. Edison Herman of Severn was reported missing around 12:30 a.m. That's 0030 hours, everybody. On Monday, hours after sudden violent floodwaters destroyed businesses, submerged vehicles, and left some flipped and in pieces. Howard County Executive Alan Kittleman said. Friends and relatives on Facebook said Herman, a National Guard member, was rescuing people after 4 p.m. Sunday when he was swept away by flood waters.
God, that sucks, man. That sucks. Well,
fuck you, Mother Nature.
Exactly. All the best, man. Hey, we're gonna take a break. Because we're already. Damn, dude, we talk too much.
It's been a good show though.
Yeah, it's been a good show. So, real quick, take a shot to remember again, and then I will make sure the kid's okay, and there's no more explosions in the back of the house because, like I said, to have someone come in being so happy to celebrate himself like that, and then having to do a 30-minute job in like not less than 10 minutes, it's super dad type stuff. You know what I mean? So. So anyways, shots, and we'll be back.
Shots.
get you a eye. Army voluntary suicide. For the mission, lost my wife, cause my mind's a blurry vision. Fuck it, who am I? Millions of people die cause of fucking religion. Fuck yo, got fuck the flock, and most of all, motherfuckers children. That blast blew me on my ass. I cried as women and babies were burning. Envision your livelihood surviving through those people hurting. I gave my life to pay the price, say goodnight to the nightmares that haunt me to the
hungry for another taste. You stumble around the time you waste, and your table's overturned. Sooner or later you crash, then you burn. I think I wanna die tomorrow. And are you gonna be with me? I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out on my mind. The simple ways come and go. Still I love the way you turn me on. But I just can't find the words, 'cause everything I say sounds so absurd.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Great Cloud, you got a reading. Go for it. Great Cloud.
Oh, sorry, I started to mess with my mute.
No worries, man.
So I got a quick mention.
Go for it.
Chief Warrant Officer 2 Jacob Sims passed 27 October 2017.
Shots.
Rest in peace, Warrant.
Yep.
Shots.
So yeah, again, the somebody asked me real quick what video. Those two videos that I played at the beginning. One of them was the War Horses for Veterans video that talks a little bit about what's it all about. Gary and Corey and Patrick and the gang, Eric, and of course the Browns, Pat and Andy. That little vignette right there just shows about me and Gary. I think the big connection was between me, Patrick, and Gary, because we all served. And we all have. So you want to talk about mad coincidence? So the unit that I was assigned to in my former Army, because I'm old, so I got multiple MOSs. So one of my MOSs, the unit that I was assigned to in present day was the same unit that Gary was assigned to in Vietnam. And the units that were involved in Iraq, in and around that battle space, I was in and around the same time Patrick Benson was around. So you want to talk about small world?
Oh yeah.
So
dude, it gets so small in a hurry.
Oh my God, it does. So I and obviously they're partners. They're partners. We got thrown the love and all that because they've done a lot for a lot of members of the staff, a lot of members who have worked on the staff, and some of the outside support that they've provided to us is outstanding. Some of the stuff behind the scenes that you guys don't know, but that's how the partnership works. So that was the Warhorse for Veterans video. I love it. Oh man, I'm a weirdo like that. I'm like the kind of guy that likes to play the song over and over again. If it's just a badass song, it's whatever. Well, it's War Horses Veterans to me is the same way. I can play that shit on loop. I don't care. I can play that for every break, and then that just great memories. And then the other one was the Black Rifle Coffee, Matt Best and the gang, doing their Memorial Day video and about never being forgotten, never be forgotten, and so that's the two videos we're from.
Dude, that Black Rifle Coffee one was right in the fields though. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, man. Well, the both videos that they've done for Memorial Day have always been on point. They're it's exactly what they're conveying, and I kind of put it. This is a messaging technique. I kind of put it to whatever because we know we're going to talk about some issues that are going to be pretty touchy today. So War Horses for Veterans, if you need the assistance to talk to somebody, you need somebody to we preached this before, not preached it, but we've said before. You go there and the only thing that they want, then they'll hook you up. You ain't got to spend a dime.
Yep.
You ain't got to spend a dime. They will take care of you. The only thing they ask in return is that you bring a veteran back. And then they will ensure that they will help them out. The whole idea is that it's a networking event, and again, kind of like some of the experiences you've had in life, you can't literally write down line per line, so you can't describe it. So you put that down. I put War Horses for Veterans up front, and then of course there are going to be some people. There are people right now that we're talking to on U.S. Army WTF Moments. The bid team is Vampire Squad's up and out doing their thing. What the LZ likes that name. We even made him a patch, the Vampire Squad patch. Okay, we have how there's organizations that have in this organization has a secret patch. well, believe it or not, within internal with the crew, I know I should be saying this, but what are you gonna do? I guess I'm tenured, right? We have unauthorized patches, wear, and headgear and stuff like that to identify us on the battlefield. So, it's pretty badass patch that they have to go to help bids out, and so that's the whole idea. I did that. I hold out because tonight there was an event, and of course, again, it's a good video, good thing to talk about. War Horses Veterans always going to be up there. Black Rifle Coffee, shots out. I mean, you guys have been our guest before, so and nothing wrong with a little promo for you guys, because again, you guys put out a great product and good coffee.
Yes, they. Oh my God.
Did you know? And I'm not pumping on them because, the video and stuff. I did side by side studies. Like I was actually, like I woke up, like, bad mood, cranky, and all that stuff. More, how old people are, and did a test, and I had 4 coffees in front of me. 4 coffees, 4 blends of coffee of different manufacturers. One of them was purchased by Starbucks, was there, which even had an extra shot in there. Okay.
In it.
And it was in it, so it was an extra shot, and it was just a cappuccino, normal cappuccino stuff.
Normal cappuccino.
Normal cappuccino, no sugar, no nothing, just normal cappuccino from Starbucks, and I had that right there. And then I had a special operations blend of Black Rifle coffee. I don't know what it is, but it tasted fucking good. It was good. It was good. I don't know what blend it was. And then I had because of my past deployments, I still get coffee from said country. Customs always likes to come to my house to see why I'm purchasing this kind of coffee, but it's good coffee.
Wait, hold on.
No, it's not Colombian. It's not that kind of coffee.
No. Can you say the country it's from or no?
I could say it's in Africa.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's not the one I'm thinking of.
And then there's another coffee a friend of mine was talking to me about, and then that of the said coffees that were able to get me up and going through the day. Because I drink coffee all the time. I actually have to stop myself drinking coffee about 2-3 o'clock. I can drink coffee.
I'll drink coffee all the way up till fucking 2000.
Yeah, I mean, I could drink coffee all day, pretty much. Yeah. Because there's some food that you just drink coffee. You don't eat chicken wings with fucking coffee. You know what I mean? It's bad enough it's bad enough that Jay Brady breaks my balls about eating, with ranch dressing.
Ranch is the best.
Yeah. So I have that coffee. So of all those coffees, I'm not saying that because Black Rifle Coffee's cool with us and we're cool with them. It was in the top 3 of the what gets ice going through the day and not make me want to choke a motherfucker coffee. Starbucks, sorry man. So the blend that I had with Black Rifle Coffee, the African blend that I had for coffee, and then there's another one that I just drink if I really want to get a quick jolt. People laugh at me because I don't make coffee. I can make espresso. I make a pot of espresso. And people think I'm fucking nuts. Is that bad to drink a pot of espresso?
No, that's perfectly normal.
Okay.
It's like a warrant thing to do. You're fine. We're all fine.
It's a warrant thing to do.
Yep. We'll drink it.
Yes, it's a warrant thing. Yes.
Indubitably. But no, so they're snipers. So I've had a good experience with Black Rifle, and I like ordering from them. I like their Sniper Smooth.
Oh yeah, that's good. You're right.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then this is how cool they were. I ordered something, and they ran out of whatever one I had ordered. I think it might have been they were running the special for the Thin Blue Line, and I think they ran out when I placed my order. So I was still able to order it, but they ran out. So they were really awesome, and they didn't charge me for it, but they just sent me a bag of blend. It had no label on it, no nothing. It was basically an apology because I ordered and paid for something that I did not get.
Yeah.
So for repentance, they gave me a blend of just something they threw together, and it was still delicious. Holy shit, it was awesome. And so I always like ordering coffee from those guys. And if you are not on, and I learned this from those guys and other people that order, if you are not on their auto reship thing, it's hard to get some of those coffees.
It is. You have to be. Well, see, I always like to get their mission fuel kits that they have. Once I'll jump in there. The mission fuel kits are pretty good. But again, like I said, so of the top 3 coffees that kept me awake, that actually kept me from conducting physical harm onto the civilian populace, it was Black Rifle Coffee. The 2 blends that I can't say on air because it will really zero in on my See, that's what I'm saying. Man, I need to go to work tomorrow and say, hey, boss, I'm done. I'm retired. I'm dropping papers. You know what I mean? I'm out. Good. Why? Because I can't do WTF Nation Radio crap and then just not like say stuff without people identifying me. Because then people are gonna rat on me. So whatever. So their Mission Fuel Kit's pretty good. So it's got like the AK Express, like you said, Silencer Smooth, Beyond Black, and then Just Black. So good blends. So I had like that. I had that, and then I had the African blend, and then I had another blend, and like I said, it was like straight espresso, which is the AK is espresso. So that's the one So again, those are the only Starbucks, Maxwell House, Folgers, whatever. The only coffee on the go that I would take like to when I take my soldiers somewhere is I would get one of those big jugs from Dunkin' Donuts and I tell them to put half a bottle of the Turbo Shot inside the big cube. And they look at me like I'm crazy. And they're like, you're serving a lot of people. I go, no. That's my box.
No, this is mine.
This is my box.
This is mine.
The other 3 boxes are for the Joes. And I only get coffee and donuts when it's cold, because when it's like balls hot and shit, nobody wants to drink hot coffee and eat donuts and whatever. I usually end up getting like Gatorades or something like that.
See, that's anti-war.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, when I was in Africa, they're like, you're not going to believe this. If you drink coffee during the heat, you will be better. I'm like, whatever. Sure as shit. I drank some fucking coffee during the heat. It was hot, and it wasn't bad because you're sweating more than what it is outside because you're drinking coffee. But anyways, it's the Dunkin' Donuts with the Turbo Shot. I put a half a bottle of Turbo inside the big box of coffee because for the life of me, because I'm old and I'm taking meds and shit like that, I gotta drink coffee, man. I have to. It's like a staple of, and it's not just war. Yeah, it's not just warranting, like you said. This is sergeanting or it's soldiering, man. You gotta have coffee, man. No, J-Raid, I don't put ranch dressing in it. I saw J-Raid pop in the chat.
Oh my god!
I don't drink in there, but don't drink it in there. But anyways, is it an African skinny latte? Ha ha ha! Who put that in there?
In there.
I just saw that. Oh, hey Katie. Hey, I didn't even see. There's a lot of people joining the chat. I'm sitting here like, wait, let me open up the window where the chat's at. Hey, what's up, Pooks? J-Ready, what's going on? Casey, yep, Katie, all the standard WTF soldiers in there.
Yep. Well, it's good time.
Yeah, good time. Jake, how you doing, Jake? I saw the shout outs you did. That's the one that probably Ray Cloud already threw out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh man, fuck. I think we need to feel good. Hold on.
Okay, let's hear it feel good.
Let me see if I can find a feel good really quick, because I'm not.
Okay, I gotta feel good.
Go ahead.
Rachel Dolezal is getting busted for welfare fraud.
Fraud? Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
How is that? Never mind. I'm just whatever, man. Whatever. I'm serious. Whatever, bro. I'm so whatever, man. You really. I mean. Really? I mean, J-Ready hit it on the head right there, right then and there. Freaking whatever, man. So
what the
whatever. That's about as cheesy as all the cast members of fucking SEAL Team 6 TV show.
Okay, here's a awesome feel good, I think.
Okay, go for it.
Boy 9. This is not military related, but this is just a feel good. Boy 9 raises $6,000 for sick brother at lemonade stand. Greenwood, South Carolina. A 9-year-old South Carolina boy selling lemonade to help his sick baby brother has raised nearly $6,000 in 2 hours.
That's what I'm talking about.
Andrew Emery wants to help his parents pay for the medical bills for his little brother Dylan. The infant suffers from Crave disease, a rare and often lethal neurological condition. On Saturday, Emery spent 2 hours at used truck dealership Southern Wheels in Greenwood selling lemonade and hashtag Team Dylan t-shirts. He raised $5,860 to be added to the $1,300 raised at a Friday benefit concert and $5,600 from a GoFundMe site for his brother currently in a Pittsburgh hospital. Andrew told the Index Journal of Greenwood that he wants to buy his baby brother a teddy bear along with paying for his medical bills.
That's awesome. See,
Well, there's your good.
There's a feel good story right there. That's awesome. I like that.
Oh.
So don't forget, Nation, you can give us a call for 158-898-367 if you want to go ahead and give a shout out or mention to any of the following, or submit it to U.S. Army WTF Moments, and they'll put it on the rotator to drop it in there.
Yes, we will put it on there.
They have been going non-stop.
It's been, and some of the stories are just so fucking. You read them in the fields, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And again, we go through the original, and I go back to yesterday when I was starting to put these together and whatnot. Holy God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just. Whew.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
I hear you, man. Hard to, yeah. I'm not. It's yeah. It's can't even. I can't even describe it. It's overwhelming. The amount of support we are receiving though from the WTF Nation. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, and it's. Again, they're all brothers and sisters in arms, and they will never be forgotten in this community. Ever. Grampy Riggs gave up the $52 a week contract.
Yep. 52 weeks. Well, like I said, that just goes to show how cheap the Green Bay Packers were back in the day. I mean, I'm like, wow, the Green Bay Packers really? I mean, at least, as a matter of fact, let me do some adjusted inflation cost there.
Adjusted inflation. You're gonna Googleize it.
Yeah. What was that? What year was this? Was he?
It doesn't say. That's what. So it's gotta be.
It has to be like in the 60s.
Yeah, it's gotta be between 45 and 60 because he's got the airborne patch on his garrison cap.
Okay, so it's gotta be like around the 50s then. So it's probably around. I don't know. It's probably around the 50s or something like that. So I would say $52. Well, Google doesn't understand Dara. Hang on, $52 Dara. $52 in 1950. 1950 to now. So that would be in adjusted inflation. Cost of $52. It would be if you had $52 in 1950, it would be the same as $543.
Oh wow.
Of
right
now. So he'd be getting paid $500. See, Green Bay's cheap. $52. $52. Now, if you said like it was like 1945, because I would say about that time when he would have the airborne. Let me calculate this stuff. Let me go to my Wu-Tang diversification funds there. It would be obviously increased, so it'd be like $700. So it was like $700 a week. I would say probably go with that. It'd be $700 that he.
So you take, so take 70. What is it? 700. You said?
Yeah, $700
times 52 weeks, right? Because you got to do annual salary, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like yeah. So
hold on. Now I got to do more math. Shit, fucking AIs. Hold on a second. So you said 700, right?
Yeah.
Times 52 equals. All right, that's 36,000. That's not even the current league minimum.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So Green Bay is cheap. That's all I'm gonna say. Green Bay is cheap. $52. See, and how much is the Army back in the day? Because I know when I joined the Army, my base pay was $750 a month.
Yeah. Oh no. So you go back to and I hate to say this, but if you because Hanks and Spielberg did such a great job and were so accurate. I do know that guys that went airborne doubled their paycheck basically.
That's right. That's right.
To $100 a month. So they
Yeah.
got $50 a month for being in the army.
In the army,
And they got $50 for jumping.
that's right. That's right. Because only an elite class is worth $50. An elite-
Apparently so.
$50.
$50 to jump.
Yeah, you're only worth $50. So that's an extra hazard pay.
Oh my God!
To put brass nuts on you, that you were $50. But yeah. So again, Green Bay sheep. So I'm glad. Thank God that old Grampy Riggs decided to do that. I mean,
to be born.
I mean, he did that so that way he could. He's like, wait a minute, hang on, he's at 50. So if we're gonna go by that, then, if we're gonna go by that, then we're going by that cost, and we're going by that adjusted whatever. How much did let's see, he was probably a sergeant. Does he have a picture of him? Is there any sergeant rank on there? That picture that you saw?
I know it's lieutenant colonel rank.
Oh, he was a lieutenant colonel.
Yeah.
Oh, lieutenant colonel rank, lieutenant colonel pay in 19. What wasn't what we decided to say? 1945.
Yeah, between 45 and 63, maybe. Let's go with that.
So we'll just go 19. Lieutenant colonel pay. Lieutenant colonel pay in 1940. And I'll even round up to 1946.
Okay.
1940. Lieutenant colonel pay. How much does a lieutenant colonel make in 1946? Colonel. My Google's acting stupid right now. All right.
Colonel. Yes.
Colonel. Ándale pues. Siempre contestan en español. Okay, so if you were a... So you had periods of service pay. Oh, that's weird.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. So 1950.
1953.
1953. And E1 made $80. $80. So again, the airborne stats. And then if you were a lieutenant colonel, you made and he was probably in for a little bit. He made he made $456 a month. So actually, he was better off being a lieutenant colonel in the Army than playing for the Green Bay Packers. I'm not supporting Green Bay at all, so because you don't support the troops. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Green Bay. I don't want the NFL to make me disappear like Thanos, like all those kneelers are doing. Yeah, they might put a hit on me and get all pissed off and say, Roger, because we tried calling Roger Goodell when all this stuff was happening anyways, and he wouldn't respond. We even got the front desk too, and they wouldn't respond to us. They're pretty butthurt that we, contacted them. But anyways, yeah. So good old, Grampy Riggs taking away that $52 a week, dude. $52. Could you imagine telling soldiers right now $52 a week? Whoa, you all right?
They would. I'm picking up a coffee actually.
Yeah.
they would not enjoy that very much.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't enjoy it at all. They'd be complaining about it and saying that you need to give us more money and doing fucking die-ins at Publix grocery store. Because that seems like to be the new thing.
Die-in. Oh my God! I saw the greatest response to that tweet. Right?
Did you see that dude with the gun shirt walking around amongst their bodies?
The one I saw. I did not see that one, but the one I saw was Hogg tweeted a photo or whatever, natural public reaction or whatever, indifference to gun violence, and the retweet or the response to that tweet was, "Yeah, I ignore my kids at the store when they act the fit too."
Yeah, exactly.
It was awesome.
Exactly. No, like I said, I just thought it was funny because it was just showing. No, there was this one guy. He was he was shopping in a shirt. I guess he had a shirt, and it said, "I support." Well, you support whatever he had. But anyways, he had a Second Amendment T-shirt on. while he was shopping amongst the people lying down getting groceries.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I mean, I could not have even imagined that, seeing that would happen. I mean, could you imagine walking in a grocery store and seeing people crying and laying down on the ground, getting all upset, and you're just shopping along, and yeah.
Just stepping over him.
Yeah, Godzilla. About 350.
My 350.
I'm on my 350. I don't play. You crazy? God, that stupid ass Green Bay Packers try to give me $52. So I became a lieutenant colonel for about $450. Yeah. You reckon the NFL should team up?
Oh my God.
That's right.
Wait,
Good.
hold on. They tried that once already, I thought, and it didn't work out so well for them.
It didn't work out for him because it ended up being USAREC was paying them. And we were just talking about not. Oh, are we on a? I mean, are we still on a? Are we still on a? We need to hold off on making fun of USAREC today, or?
Yeah, I think we're still in that moratorium from that team that's in that realm.
Yes.
So I think we're like they're kind of like USASMA, where we're kind of holding off at the moment.
Okay, all right. I was making sure because I know for a fact that there was people that is they were getting pretty upset and they were getting mad, and I guess they were trying to find out who they were. Yeah, trying to find out the insurgent, trying to the USASMA insurgent.
The USASMA, woohoo! Class 68.
Class 68. So we're not okay. I mean, I know we're totally breaching the moratorium by making fun of not talking about them on the moratorium, but whatever. Right. I'm sorry. I just had my whole house bombed out by a fucking toddler, throwing shit everywhere. You don't have to forgive my attention span right now. Every time I see something on the ground, it's a dust bunny, and I think it's crap or something like that. You know what I mean? Is that a bug? And is that a crap? Wake up, baby ice. You better clean this shit. But no, I was just again, it was just that right there, just Grampy Riggs, good on you. Again, give us a call, guys. Give us a call. I mean, we want you guys to give us a call because we want you. We want to hear your. I mean, we've had one person, and we had somebody not chicken out. We have somebody that wasn't ready to do it. I shouldn't say chicken out.
And again, Nation, if you can't call, drop the name in the chat or whatever, or send us a message on at our Facebook Live send us a message to the station page or whatever, and we will read it. Okay.
Exactly. Right now they're cooking on the post though.
Yeah. Oh man, this
posts are going crazy. I love it.
No, it's the posts are awesome, and just. Again, going back to those posts over the weekend, just the support and what you saw being dumped in there was just amazing. For fuck's sake. And they're still coming in. Oh.
WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air.
Hello, my fellow friends. How are you guys doing?
What's up, Stanks? What you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm actually kind of... To be fair, I've actually been kind of struggling all day to kind of keep my shit together. You know what I mean?
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah. I, of course, being the douchebag that I am, working for a fucking plant for the fucking corporate grind. I ended up going to the plant today. We had some shit we had to do. A good 3-day weekend is a great opportunity to get ahead of shit. And, yeah, I didn't earn double time, but, hourly I did, which is great. But to them, they were just missing out on some barbecue ribs. So it was a tough call, man. Today was a tough day. Actually, to be fair, this weekend has been a tough weekend. The little Stank's been sick, which kind of kiboshed our plans to go see a high school graduation on Saturday. But anyway, you know what? I'm gonna press through, and otherwise, I'm upright. I'm here, and maybe next year I'll make it better. How are you doing, my friend?
Good, man. I'm like you, bro. You got to kind of keep it. You got to keep pressing forward. You got to remember that they want you to keep pressing forward. If you don't press forward, then I feel that you don't. I feel, and this is just me personally, I feel like I'd be letting someone down if I were to Like they're watching over me. I don't want to see them. I don't want them to see me quit because I'm not going to quit. I refuse to quit. And so I honor them by some of the things that they have gone through the lives, or I know that they have been interested, or whatever. And I know there's because you some of the people that you hang that that have lost their lives in the line of duty. Everyone has some of the same and common interests. You know what I mean? Some of the things that you don't you don't want to disappoint them in, or how they looked up to you. Some of them look up to you, and you don't even realize they're looking up to you until you talk to their family members, and they have told you that individual looked up to you. You know what I mean? So to me, that's why I press. That's why I keep pressing. I don't let it. I also don't let it bother me because am I sad that those individuals are gone? Of course I'm sad those individuals are gone. But damn, they died. They died doing what if something were to happen to me in the line of duty, I'm dying. I'm something that I love to do. I want to do it. You know what I mean? I know the risks that were involved. I know for a fact they loved doing what they were doing when they were at the moment that they were killed, or they lost their lives. So to me, I know for a fact. You guys, I'm telling you right now, something happened to me. I want to I want to see parties. I want to hear about partying. I want to hear about. I'm serious.
You want that Colorado shell.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I want some parties.
We'll take care of you, bro.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I want to make sure there's there's bikers, weed, partying. Freaking. Shots, horses. I want everything.
Shots,
I want it. I want all you guys to know.
Did you just say horses? What kind of horses are we talking about?
Doesn't matter. Anything.
Horses,
no, not those kind of horses.
Okay, no.
I'm not talking about the ones down. I'm not talking about the ones on Rancier. I'm talking about the ones that are. I'm talking about the ones like at a farm. Or at a ranch, and having a big bonfire, and having a big bonfire and stuff, and everyone's laughing and joking, having a good time, celebrating and stuff. That's what it's all about. It's not. That's what I want you guys to do. I don't want you guys to be moping around on me and all that stuff, because I'm gonna. And look, I want you guys to be. This celebrate. You're supposed to be celebrating that. You're supposed to be. That's what today is about. Is memorializing and remembering the individuals on some of the. I got friends that, like I was telling Greg Hod earlier, that are on that page that were posted today that I know personally, and I know for a fact some of the little nuances that me and that individual had together, riding motorcycles or going downtown and knocking down a couple of brews and shooting the shit and getting tattoos that we're not supposed to be getting, even though we were, just crazy stuff that we've done. I have that memory. That to me, that's what I remember the most. And I want payback. Every single one of my friends that were killed in the line of duty, this is the fire that keeps me going. Why do you think I stayed in so freaking long in the military? It's not because I freaking, don't get me wrong. I have the drive of being a soldier, and I love my country, but I also want some payback. I want payback. I want those individuals that contributed to the death of my brothers and sisters. I want them to pay. And until I'm being told from the Army that you're getting out, I will continue to fight to get payback. Because I'm sorry, everyone says you shouldn't be vengeful, or you shouldn't seek revenge.
I can't wait till you retire.
Why?
I'm just waiting for when we get the ICE retired show. But nonetheless,
that'll be a big party. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a ginormous party.
Oh yeah, when I retire. Oh no, it's not gonna be a party. It's going to be a tour. It's not going to be a party. It's going to be a tour. I am starting at Fort Hood and making my way east, probably, and going.
Yes.
I'm going north.
By all means.
Yeah, I'm going.
Stay on I-20.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Stay on I-20 until you get to Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm going.
You and I will have a few beverages.
I will go.
Pour fucking shots of vodka down your throat.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now.
Worshiping black
that's it.
But
and
we'll be okay.
What the? I'm just going to tell you right now that it's about them. You know what I mean? And I'm going to remember them, and that's how I'm going to remember them. When I ride like that Black Rifle Coffee video. I got friends right now that I used to ride with, and you know, they always clown around. And I was the old man because the individual wanted to ride around on his motorcycle like he was, you know, batshit crazy and all that. But that's the way he rode. I mean, he never crashed, but that's just the way he rode. And I was like, slow the fuck down. We'd get to the bar. I'm like, dickhead. Now look at the common sense here. We're drinking beer, and I'm scolding a brother for riding erratically while we're drinking beer, getting back on a bike. So tell me that's not common sense. Yeah. So again, I gotta remember. The only way I can remember. I want you guys to remember the same of me should something happen to me. That's the way it's supposed to be. Memorialized in the family, and of course, you know, the loved ones, the close, the kids, the wives. In my case, all the ex-wives and all that. You know, they're gonna be really sad too. Of course, that's what we're there for as brothers and sisters, to support them, to fill that gap, to assist them, and get them. And hey, look, you know, a great man. Here's what I remember him the most. I look at
our burden is different.
No,
right?
It's not.
Our burden is different.
No, I'm just saying exactly. So I just kind of, I look. Everyone says that I'm not. I should be, because people, I don't know. There's some people that get mad when you don't mourn their way, and I'm thinking,
and that's
wrong.
Response ever.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone mourns their own way.
Yeah, exactly. I of the friends that I've lost, I've mourned in the way that I mourn, and because I'm not, you know, walking around moping and not mourning the way. Again, we all have different ways of mourn. I don't fuck with you and how you mourn, so don't fuck with me on how I mourn. That's basically what it is. So if I go to that individual's grave and I'm sitting there eating chicken wings and drinking some beer, that's how we hung out.
Yes.
Yep.
That's how we hung out.
No, that's awesome.
That's how we hang out. So if we're talking about, or another friend of mine that lost his life downrange, and that individual, he liked mountain biking like crazy, and I hated going mountain biking with him. This dude was so cool. He bought a mountain bike just so he can go. All right, so let's go mountain biking. I don't have a mountain bike. That's okay. I bought one because I remember the last time you said you didn't have a mountain bike. So here's one for you.
I bought you a mountain.
I bought you a mountain bike. So I still have memories of mountain biking with, you know, one of my friends that lost his life. So that's how I'm gonna remember him. Man, what are you doing, dude?
That's right, Ace. I mean, we have a variety of means by which we remember those who have left us. What advice do you give for those who may not necessarily have individual distinctiveness with those who are lost? In other words, from a general standpoint, for those who say, you know what, I didn't have a relationship with this individual, but I still want to honor his loss. And it means a lot to me because I was maybe in theater when it happened. What advice, perhaps, do you have for maybe some of those who are trying to come to terms with things like that, such as me?
Do you know this individual specifically?
No, I don't actually, and I think that's important too. By the way, we've lost so many over the last 15 years, 17 years.
No, I know, man.
That there are those who have not necessarily been in our units from our states, but individuals who may not have the luxury of an individual such as you with a vivid recollection of the activities that they shared at a unit level, a unit, company and battalion level, or even at a brigade level. But let's just say, those, who were there, whose units weren't necessarily, directly in the combat arms arena.
Well, do you have?
Nonetheless.
Well, check this out. Check this out. So check this out, Snake. Do you know individuals that knew that individual? Do you know?
I'm sure.
If you do, then I'm saying if you do, then reach out to them and ask them what that individual's like. if you don't know them. That's how you continue.
That's a good point.
That's how you continue the remembrance. You ask that individual, hey, what was so and so like? What did this individual like doing? What was his favorite? What was his favorite beer, or what was his favorite hangout? What did he do? What did he do on his off time? I heard he was a PT stud or whatever, or get involved with your organization to create or name a park or something like that within your community for that individual. Even though you don't know that individual, you can get to know them through his friends. And usually that's how people end up knowing me. They heard about me through one of their friends, and they're like, hey, what's going on? So-and-so. Go, hey, what's going on? And then you kind of develop that friendship there. It's just that that's just the only difference is that individual's not on the earth, if that makes any sense. It would be no different. That's the way I see it, because like I said, maybe I have a different, the way I have outlook on life is I have had so many close to death, near death, out of body death experiences that I've had happen to me that I take a little, my lens on life is different. in case you couldn't tell, it's completely different.
No.
And it's not, that's why it's not something for me to say, how you should mourn. It's that if you don't know that individual and you know somebody who does know that individual, then just say, hey man, how is this person like? What does this dude do? What is it? What was this one? Whatever. Hey, just do a poker run. Let's do a ride on in honor of this guy and all that. And you get to know that way. Invite the family out and say, hey, you want to come out here to the end of the poker run? Give some money for school clothes. I've done that before. I had some friend of mine that I know. I didn't know the individual, so hey, let's do a poker run. And then at the proceeds of the poker run, we bought the guy's kids school supplies, school clothes and backpacks and stuff for them to start school. Just little stuff. Just it may not be something that but it's a gesture. I think more of anything else that matters more. That's how you contribute, man. That's just me.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. When you talk about that, especially when you're dealing with the younger ones or school kids and everything else. It just, we see so much stuff on Facebook, which to be honest with you, man, WTF, man, they've been pumping it the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, man, they have.
Actually, it's been murder, to be honest with you, between me and you and the fence post. And by murder, I'm just saying that, having been there on 2 tours, 2 tours in Iraq, and here I am, footloose, fancy free, and then meanwhile, we got guys from 18 years old until where we're at, right? It's old goats. It's tough. I got to be honest with you, and I am a bit emotional. It is emotional. It is Memorial Day, not emotional day, but I had 2 people, one of which was a direct family member, wish me well on Memorial Day, and had to gently and lovingly, tell them, hey, this is, today ain't about me. I'm just a goat. I'm just, I'm a guy that made it through, and I didn't even have it hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be that guy that says I had it hard. Yeah, sure. I ducked IDF every fucking day, back in 2004.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't have it bad. My shit was fucking cake, so, let's just focus, on Memorial Day, those who gave it all.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
Nonetheless, yeah. The point is that WTVF and your sister website there, man, they've been poured it on.
Yeah, dude, they've been
in 2007, 2006, and I love it. And it breaks my heart, man. And it's tough.
It is, brother. It is.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got to say.
All right, man. Well,
and
hang in there, brother.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we're good, man. But
All right, I just want to make sure you're good because I'm not leaving until
hey,
make sure
man.
you're good.
No, man. Hey, but I appreciate your advice on how to, where we can make it personal and reach out to those who we didn't know. And so I thank you for that, Ice.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I guess I didn't I guess I didn't have my, but that's right. That's exactly what we should do. And so anyway, my man, but you're right. They gave it all so we could have this weekend and every weekend. And so thanks for keeping us on the straight and narrow.
All right, brother, man.
For this, you and your team. And otherwise, my man, yeah, stinks not being a douche tonight.
I still love you, man. Come on, brother. You're good.
I know, man.
I know
We
you're
got
good.
it.
We got it, man. You know we're the team here, but you guys are you're the WTF Nation, man. You're the team out there. You're the one that we depend on for all the information and all that stuff. So you're the one that we depend on to keep us stable, because without people like you, that's why we do this, man. We're doing this for you guys. Trust me, we're not making any money off of this shit.
No, number one, I know you guys are not making a dime off this shit. But number two, I'm just a retired old goat. What I have to say and what I feel about things doesn't matter. I'm an old goat. I will cast away just like the fucking World War II vets and the Korean vets and the Vietnam vets. We eventually faded away. But at the end of the day, keeping true and doing our level best to be true to one another.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what,
that's what it boils down to.
You're not fading out, because as soon as this podcast gets loaded up, it's going to get transmitted to the world, and it's saved for life, brother. And that ain't going nowhere.
I know it.
So,
but you guys are doing great work, and so I'm going to duck out and
All right,
let you finish up the rest of your show, because it's like way past your house cleaning stuff that you guys got to do. But
right.
anyway. But I truly appreciate everything you guys do. Ice, you rock. When you get retired one day, man, we'll have to hook up and drink some beers and take it off the record.
Oh, definitely, man.
But,
definitely.
Anyway, all right, brother.
All
We'll
right, man.
talk to you soon.
All right, have a good one.
Be good.
Yep, you too, man.
Ciao.
Night.
Man, he hit a lot of it on the head.
Yeah, a lot of it.
I got another name.
Go for it.
Staff Sergeant Richard L. Berry, 82nd Airborne, KI, 22 July 2012.
Oh, man, he was 27.
Yeah, rest in peace, Airborne.
All the way. Oh, man. So you want to do some house cleaning?
I can do some house cleaning. Nation, as you know, we have a show almost every night of the week. I will start it off tonight with the Money Edition with Ice and Flash. But tonight it's me, Gray Cloud, because I am awesome and I'm helping out. Tomorrow is Title Tuesdays with myself and Minx. And we're talking about all things current issues and things affecting the vets. And there's going to be a good show tomorrow because I got a read ahead on the show Minx wants to cover. Wednesday is our Donza or training holiday, just to appease the front desk there. Thursday is Sergeant Times with Ice and guys from the main page. And that is strictly dedicated to things that are affecting the active duty community. And then we roll into Friday Night Freedom, and that's with Minx and Pookie. And they are covering all things throughout the world and current events. And then we roll into Saturday Night Savagery, and that is with Jay Reddy and Pookie. And that show gets a little crazy. You'll just have to tune in and take my word for it, Nation. Tune in. It's a great show. And then we roll into Sunday with Kicking with Cause and Owl. And they are covering current events that affect both the active duty community and the nation as a whole. And then we're right back to Monday night with the Money Edition with Ice and Flash. I didn't have the whatchamacallit pulled up. Oh, I'm a terrible co-host.
Oh, you didn't have a cut sheet put up? Oh, okay.
All right, so cut sheet coming up. Our next guest, Friday, 1 June. Well, this Friday. Look at that.
That's quick.
Yeah, that's quick. Friday, 1 June. It's OPSEC Monkey. He's going to come by and give the nation updates on latest in tech, security, and some OPSEC tips and some current crypto news. The next after that is Will C from Veterans Comedy. That's on June 8. The Veterans of Comedy is a group of military veterans and veteran comedians who have chosen to represent and support talented veterans who desire to share their gifts with the world. And then you have a guest coming up on 11 June.
That's right.
Chris White and Bobby
Henline, man. Yeah, he was on here before.
Freedom Hard.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Freedom Hard Inc. was founded in 2017, veteran-owned and veteran-operated, based out of Texas. Mission is to use humor as a platform to display patriotism, and their tagline is, it's not if you freedom, but how hard. Interesting tagline.
Yeah.
And then our next guest after that, ooh, I have a guest. Ooh, look at that. 12 June on Tuesday, Joanne Mendoza. USMC and Navy veteran Joanne Mendoza, currently an author, advocate, and speaker, enlisted in the Navy when she graduated high school for a one-term enlistment. Look at that. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, guys,
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Always got some good stuff going on. Hey, again, do not hesitate to drop some stuff in the main page if you guys still need to put some posts up. I know they're still taking, but looks like they're still taking posts. It still looks like it's still going. But thank you guys again for joining us tonight. I know this was more of a not really scripted because we wanted individuals to be able to say what they wanted to say for this Memorial Day. So once again, we all thank you all for coming on and then joining us. So shots.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
About them.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because we've dreams I walked alone. Narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp, I turn my collar to the cold and damp. And my eyes will stand by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touch the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared. And no one dared to stand the sound of silence. Fools say that you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. Hang my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops fell, and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. Inside flashed out his warning, and the words that it was forming. In the signs and the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.